Help support the free and funny by going to see a Smodco show when there's one near you. September 20th at the Ontario Improv and September 23rd at the Brea Improv. Be sure to check out Why Bry. Comic Book Men's Brian Johnson sits down with Kevin Smith to tell tall tales from his tumultuous past. Catch a special East Coast and live edition of Fat Man on Batman when Kevin takes the show to Caroline's on Broadway in New York City. Special guests, the Comic Book Men. That's right. Bry, Walt, Mike, and Ming all join Kevin to chew the fat about the bat on October 10th. To get tickets, go to csmod.com. See Ralph and Kevin do Hollywood Babylon live at the Hollywood Improv on September 27th, October 4th, October 19th, and October 25th. You can also see a special Philly edition of Hollywood Babylon on November 1st at the Prince Music Theater in Philadelphia, PA. Tickets, show times, all that, csmod.com. Don't forget to catch Jay and Silent Bob's Super Groovy cartoon movie at the 10th anniversary of Rockin' Shock at the Worcester Palladium on October 18th in Worcester, Massachusetts. Go to csmod.com for tickets and showtime info. On the go and want to stay in the know? Download the free SmodStop app for your iOS device to listen, see, and all the Smod you could ever need. Now it's time for another Smodco podcast.
This is better than an Xmas episode. This is better than Pod Wars. It's fucking way better than Making Hate 2.
I'll tell you what, for every time you say YOLO, I'll donate $50 to charity of your choosing.
Yeah, on Walt's deathbed, he'll be surrounded by loved ones, and you'll haven't been eaten by your cats. No one will know you're dead for 3 weeks.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave with very special guest, Sunday Jeff.
Yeah. Yo.
Walt's here, of course. And Q is here, of course, and we are making up for last week. People were very unhappy with us because we didn't do a show.
What's up,
going
Q?
on?
No, I heard someone said there's like just a buzz. There's so many wires on this fucking table.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, it could just be a shitty fucking headphone thing, too.
Yeah.
All right. Fucking Declan will fix it, right?
Fix it, Declan.
Yeah.
Fucker. So now that Comic Book Man is wrapped up, we won't have the conflicting schedules like we did before, but you're going right back to filming, Q, I believe.
Well, I'm off this week and next week, vacation. Then it's back and it's pre-production on season 3, which is office work, which is going to the office and writing, which kind of blows. But that's all right. You know what? We got a good crew. We got a good staff. They're fun to be with, so I think it'll be a lot better this season.
There you go.
But I sure could use some time off. But whatever.
I was unhappy to hear that you're going to Key West without me. That's usually our thing.
I know it is, but it's not going to be the same.
Nah.
The same type trip. That's for sure. But the last time you and I went, we decided we didn't want to go back again, right? Because it was like it sucked.
It was weird, man. It was weird. I never thought that I would turn away from a wet T-shirt contest to go watch TV, but
I think we were both kind of down at that point too. So who knows? But I'm going this for the blue water and the sand and the relaxation. I'm going to drive up the Keys. You know,
it's a good drive. You ever been to the Keys Sunday? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a nice drive.
Yeah, it'll be good. Mm-hmm. Looking forward to it.
Very quickly, if you want to spend your entire weekend centered around me, and there are seats left.
What, commercials right away?
Is this a commercial? Let's not call this a commercial, though. We have 4, 5, 6 commercials today, so we'll just call this a notice.
Okay.
California. I will be in California this weekend. The Ontario Improv, which was a really good show last time. Really fun. September 20th. The Brea Improv, which we have never been to. September 23rd. Not sure how these shows are selling. I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't really ask because I'm always afraid that I'm going to get news that makes me feel even worse about myself. So come see me and Kev. Ontario Improv, September 20th. Brea Improv, September 23rd. And we will tell stories and hang out, have a good time. And on Sunday the 22nd, finally, Talking Bad.
Oh, yes. Up. I can't wait for that.
Something I'm looking forward to, which really is it's not common.
No.
With me. I don't normally look forward to stuff.
You figure with technology, I'm definitely going to be able to find a way to watch it in the Keys, right?
Yeah.
Why, are the Keys not in America?
No, they are, but I don't know if the hotel has AMC and stuff like that. But if I could probably get it on my computer or something like that, maybe.
Why don't you call it? You already booked the hotel?
Yeah.
Why don't you just find out?
Worst comes worse, just cancel your vacation, stay home.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, can't wait.
Live TV.
That's intimidating, isn't it? Live TV. You've performed live before in the past, though. You're very good at it, though. So
thank you. I'm talking.
Don't tell any Toad stories, though.
I won't. I will force Toad stories upon people. They're like, okay, so this week when Jesse did blah blah blah, I'm like, that reminds me of. Well, hopefully one of the guys won't be totally shut down and the other won't be totally wasted.
What the fuck's that supposed to be?
Why are we getting shot at?
I did talk to somebody that I'm going to give a secret signal to say hello to her.
Why?
Why don't you give a secret signal to the TSD fucking fans?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Right?
What should I do?
Right now.
What should I do? Okay, yeah. And that way they can look for it.
Just write a TSD on your forehead.
Yeah. Not very secret. Should I give the little...
Can you wear a TSD button, maybe? And then go like this, give it a go, and then kiss it, and then put the
to the sky. Yeah. I got my whole thing going on. They're like, the fuck, we never should have let this idiot on the show.
And I go, YOLO.
YOLO, Hardwick, YOLO.
I'll tell you what, for every time you say YOLO, I'll donate $50 to charity of your choosing.
Oh, that would be good.
You can't rattle it out either. You can't be like, "Excuse me, Hardwick, YOLO, YOLO." Like you gotta slip it in.
Slip it in here and there.
Yeah. Like I think just like if Walter White just YOLO'd, he'd be feeling better about life. You know what YOLO is, Sunday Jeff?
No.
I'm so happy you don't. I can't remember what it even means, but it means some sort of stupid.
You only live once.
Faddish thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you only live once.
Yeah.
You went. I believe you were saying yo-ho, weren't you? Like, listen,
I thought it was a pirate joke.
Bottle of rum. I saw a girl. There's a picture. I think it's on my laptop of a girl who got YOLO tattooed on her inner lip.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Smart move.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
why? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is the point?
Drunk.
Yeah.
Blottoed.
And you make all the best decisions when you're blottoed.
Like, we've had this discussion before about, like, not only will there be one reality show, but there will be 5 different reality shows that ape that same one.
Right.
And the ones that have gotten my attention recently are the tattoo ones.
Okay.
Like bad tattoos. There's not just one show. I think there's 2 or 3 now that of like people who get regrettable tattoos and then go and get them covered up.
Okay.
And one has reenactments over the top. It's actually kind of amusing because they're over the top reenactments of the people getting that tattoo. One guy was going on and on and on about how some girl his girlfriend at the time. They went to the tattoo place. His girlfriend at the time was going to design the tattoo. She went to the bathroom, and while she was in the bathroom, the guy said, "Well, I don't really want her design, so can you put this on?" So the tattoo artist starts to work. The girlfriend comes back. She's mad. and she's yelling at the dude and all this other shit, and says, "Well, if you still get my design, I'll blow you while the guy is
Well,
tattooing."
what
It was on.
They were not together,
it was
I guess.
On, what do you mean? At the time?
Yeah.
At this time? No, they had broken up since.
Wait, so his ex-girlfriend's going to give him a blowjob to get a tattoo? Who gives a shit?
No, at the time, they were together. They
So
go
your
to the
girlfriend's
tattoo
gonna
shop.
give you a
Your
blow
girl-
tattoo.
as the guy is tattooing it.
Oh, that's nothing special.
Who cares,
You're going to
right?
blow him when you get home anyway. What are you talking about?
Right, but this guy says that ever since then, he can't get BJ's without wilting because he'll like be getting it and then he looks and he sees the tattoo on his arm. It was a weird little like guy, some little character, and he would go limp. So he needs to get it covered up so that he can get oral sex again.
You do realize this is all bullshit, right? It's a fucking TV show. You've been on a few,
I work
haven't
on a reality show. I know what you're talking about. But this guy could not brag enough or boast enough about how many times he almost got head, but
I see.
it fell apart at the last minute.
Wow. Oh, YOLO.
Yeah, YOLO indeed. But yeah, that was that's the newest thing. Our tattoo, like bad tattoos, they get covered up.
They make whole shows around this.
Mm-hmm.
What channel?
Half hour. I can't remember which one this was. It was called. I'll look it up while we're talking. It's called Bad Ink.
Bad Ink.
Bad Ink is one of them, at least. Yeah. It's You watch any reality TV Sunday, Jeff?
Comic book men and practical jokers.
Yeah, all right.
Good answers.
Look at you, man.
Wow. But really?
No.
No.
You still watch a lot of movies?
I don't really have much time anymore. I come home and I eat. Some nights I get home late, and I spend. Now my kid's in school, so I like to do some homework with her, and she reads me a book, and then it's by that time it's like 9:30. So
Yeah.
and then wifey time and everything else.
Ooh, I know what that means.
Yeah, YOLO.
Yeah. A&E.
A&E.
It's on A&E.
Yeah, they kind of turned into that channel, right?
Just like True did. I mean, not
Wait,
True.
what?
Not True. I'm sorry. TLC. TLC.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my God. Bad Ink got 2 million adults. That's a lot. Well, wait a second. So Duck Dynasty had a 4.3.
That's crazy with that show. I just don't understand it.
I can't. Apparently, though, they're really likable. I'll tell you what. It's all in the editing. I watched an episode when the new season started and they got 11 million fucking viewers.
It's nuts.
I was like, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch. And
Well, you've watched it. It's ridiculous.
I don't understand it. I mean, the Toy Hunter I like that. When that was on.
I watched Toy Hunter last night. I was flipping around. Rob Bruce had asked me if it was still on, and I didn't know. But
I didn't know it was on either. They must have changed the day. I thought it was on Thursday.
It really is shocking how it is so. These shows are so fucking formulaic, where it's just like he's like, I'm going to a toy show down in Puerto Rico, and I don't have enough Star Wars. What am I going to do? And it reminded me of Buddy with the cake won't fit in the van. What are we going to do? It's like it's all the same shit. It's the show that your daughter's like the Restaurant Impossible or whatever it is, where will Robert be able to fucking help this restaurant? It's like, well, fucking of course he will. Otherwise, like, this episode would not be on.
right.
So there's that fake fucking drama that goes on in all of them. Will we have to resort to that eventually? Well, I was thinking, like, season 3, right? Okay, we just finished up season 3. Season 4, we get season 4. Is it just more of the same, or do we got to mix it up a little bit?
Yeah, cross that bridge when it comes. No need to worry about that now.
Yeah. All right. Tell us, Dave.
Can we talk about something that's really important to me, really near and dear to my heart?
Sure.
And I feel that by mentioning it, I will only be benefiting the Tell 'em Steve Dave listeners who I love dearly.
Mm-hmm.
If you have not
Yeah.
ordered Cryptozoic Man, no, they're going to thank me for this. We just recorded the bonus pod that goes with it, that you get only if you order the Cryptozoic Booty Time deal. I mean, it's Words can't even.
No, I mean, I really wanted Q, to give a little backstory to people who we went out to Baltimore, which is Shot Comic Book Men at a comic book con,
Right.
and a lot of people who came up and told me they were Tell 'em Steve Dave fans. I would ask them, they're at a comic book show. Obviously, they're comic book fans. I figured the answer is going to be yes. I'm not going to ask this question and hear a no.
Right.
I'd be like, did you order the Cryptozoic Man Booty Time? And so many people were like, no, which was really deflating.
Visibly deflating from where I was sitting. I was sitting next to Walt. You could tell it really
because
was bumming him out.
I would chalk up listeners who didn't order it, where listeners who just weren't into comics.
Sure. But at a con.
That's how I could wrap my head around it.
Right.
But if you're at a comic book con, you're into comics,
Right.
and you still didn't order it. So for about a week, I mean, I was miserable. I was really bummed. But then I said, you know what? I'm going to reward people who did order it with a really kick-ass episode of the bonus pod. I'm going to reward them, and I'm going to punish the listeners who didn't order it with this great episode. I want them to be eating their hearts out when the buzz of this bonus pod starts to hit online.
Right.
So that was my thinking, and so but then I said, you know what? But why don't I open it back up again for a very limited time?
Because we succeeded.
Because yes, we did. We succeeded. And if you don't order this, and if you don't get to listen to this bonus pod, it is on a level of Pod Wars or any of the highlight episodes.
Yeah.
There's people blast from the past. There's almost a retrospective. There's special announcements. There's shocking developments.
Right.
And there's Sunday Jeff.
Yeah. I mean,
We play Are You Worse Than Hitler?
I'm still reeling.
Let's play a clip right now.
Okay.
Let's get people's whistle, and let's play a clip of what they're going to. And if you ordered it, don't worry about it. If you ordered it, you're getting it. And don't worry about no time when you ordered it. Don't question it. You're getting it. If we're sending one out to you, you're going to get it. But if you didn't order it, just take a gander or listen to what you're missing out on. What do you think will happen at the end of the world? Like, what's going to happen when the world ends? But I think he took it as how the world's going to end. He didn't really.
Okay.
Yeah, he can't. He's not a hippie. He's obvious. That's obvious. Okay. Answer number
no
one.
nonsense
Jeff.
mofo right here.
Answer number one: a meteor. Too much shit floating around up there. All right. Love this game.
That's got to be it, right?
Number two. Okay. It's going to be a germ that comes out of someone's ass. No one and pronounce. What's this?
I guess it's not that one.
Say a question. They're going, no, you didn't say it.
I don't know, but that's so long. I don't even remember what the hell I said, anyways.
But now he's trying to fix his fucking. It's going to be a germ that comes out of someone's ass. No one can pronounce.
Whatever.
All right, it's a 50-50 now.
That's right. Number three, another ice age, and it ain't going to be like the cartoon.
All right.
I like cartoons. Remember, not a hippie.
And remember, and just to give you a little bit of caveat on that,
Yeah.
you did buy all the Ice Age figures when they came out.
Everyone.
You were into that.
Got that woolly mammoth special edition.
All right, Q. So the first one is
you would be up.
a meteor. There's too much shit floating around in
that's
space.
the part that makes me say that's it. Like, just like, for what? Like,
It's as if.
what do you mean? There's too much shit floating around up there for what?
It's as if the question was posited to a mental patient. Like those schizophrenics that are angry about shit all the time and just ramble and rant.
So by Sunday Jeff's personal yardstick, there's too much shit in space.
Eventually, it's going to hit us.
Yeah, you got it. I got to go with number one.
All right, Bri.
Yeah, I mean, that's my gut reaction to obviously number two. I'm not too hot on.
This is why I said read the questions, read the answers, so you can read them without fucking stumbling over
I
them.
did read them.
He didn't do his
when
homework.
you texted them to me, they were about like the size of like this.
I didn't text them to you. I emailed them to you.
I looked at them through my phone this morning.
And then the third one was the Ice Age thing.
Right.
I mean, I'm allowed to agree, right? I mean, I got to go. I really want to go with number one because it just
Oh,
like
yeah,
you said-
you're allowed to agree with you.
No, I mean I want to agree with him
yeah.
because it says it's phrased so strangely, and history is dictated in the past.
Fucking enigma.
So what are we going with?
Yeah, I'm going to go with number one as well.
Meteor, too much shit up there.
I'll say probably a meteor though. There's too much shit floating around up there. You're hearing the smallest part of the answer. You're not hearing the whole backstory, which isn't fair.
But you know what, so Jeff, the unedited Q&A between me and
Okay.
you is going to be tacked on at the end of this podcast. Just so another fucking reason that I'm taking the task to people who didn't order it.
Walt, is it too late for me to order?
No, absolutely not. Slap $27 up on this
right.
poker table right now, and you are guaranteed this podcast.
Excellent. I'm in.
No, Jeff, you were talking about when you say there's too much stuff floating around. Are you talking about like man-made satellites and that kind of thing?
Satellites, a
Okay.
lot of
You think a satellite fucking hitting the Earth is going to end it?
there's a lot of stuff that's up there. I mean, eventually something's going to get deflected.
Dish
and,
Network is
you know,
responsible for the end of times.
You have no more space shuttle. You have no way of getting back up there. I mean, what are you going to do? What if something really, some kind of catastrophe really does come towards the Earth?
What, like a meteor?
And that's something that they have to do about it. And they're not capable of doing anything about it anymore because they have no...
Well, like in the Q&A, the unedited Q&A, you know, we do ponder this. We talked about it.
Also, the sun's eventually going to burn out. Not in our lifetime.
Not in our
but-
lifetime, so...
No.
You
Well,
know.
you never know.
Well, yeah, we do. It ain't fucking... There's not a chance on Earth in the next 40 years that sun's going to burn out.
No chance to get 2 hurricanes in a row, too, in New Jersey, right? No chance for that.
Are you sitting here on record to say you think the sun can burn out in 40
I'm
years?
saying anything's possible. Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Not the sun burning out, bro.
No.
Now,
All right, Q.
as electric as that clip was, I guess, I mean, something happens in the episode that forces the episode to end. Like something so amazing happened that we all just looked at each other and were just like, that's it.
That's it. We can't go out and can't top that.
And there were
And the
plans.
episode's over. The episode's long. It's over an hour.
Yeah. And
so
there were plans to go more.
there's
but-
plans for more Are You Worse Than Hitler questions, and there was no need to go on. Enough said. Enough said.
Better if you just stop.
Yeah.
But we're done with Comic Book Man. And listen, to anybody who didn't order it, no hard feelings, no questions will be asked. Order it now, and all will be forgiven. I won't hold it against you. Call the stash. Mike is here to take your call. I am here to take your call. Maybe Darren, Brian's brother, is here to take your call. Or maybe we got another guy that's just joined up on the stash. His name is Mark. Maybe he will take your call. Yeah, a buddy of mine. I hired him because on the weekends it's been a little bit extra busy.
Okay.
So he needed a little extra set of eyes on the floor.
What a thrill it will be if Mark answers the phone.
But I'm going to try to answer the phone. I'm not going to even ask why you're ordering at this late date. I'm just gonna.
Took you so long.
I'm just gonna tell you, you're lucky you did.
Oh, yeah.
You're lucky
without
you
a doubt.
did because this is better than an Xmas episode. This is better than Pod Wars. It's fucking way better than Making Hay 2. And I'll say it was even more fucking shocking than Making Hay.
Yeah.
So order it. jayandsilentbob.com. That's JAYANDSILENTBOB.com.
Right.
Scroll down, you'll see the link to it. You'll see the Cryptozoic Man's right on the front page. Or call me, talk to me.
And by me, I mean Mark.
But I'm telling you, I may answer. And you know what? I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to hold it against you for ordering it this late. I'm just going to be.
There'll be no harumps.
There'll be not at all. I'm going to treat you as if you were the first one to order it.
It's not too late to apologize.
Play another clip, Declan. All right, Sunday Jeff.
All right.
Would you, if you saw yourself across the room, would you fall head over heels in love with yourself? Answer 1.
Already have.
Question 2. Answer 2.
Wow.
Yes. Wait. Am I female or a gay?
A gay?
A gay.
Why is it the addition of a gay? It makes it
Hey,
so...
I'm just reading the answers.
Wow. So, and that's a public service announcement. That's not a commercial.
That's not a commercial. That's telling you, like, if you're a listener and you missed this one.
I mean, Fitzman better be fucking. He better be all over the show.
I don't get him. Probably didn't order it, that cheap fuck.
That fucking
Yeah.
bastard.
But
Let me
it'll
pull
get
up his
him.
Twitter.
Get him. Heads up. Listen up. If you're listening, you're mentioning it so many times. You're going to want to order this. You're the topic of a major discussions in the bonus pod. Get him.
It's not going to tell him. He doesn't give a shit anymore.
No, he's moved on. You know what happened?
What? You know?
The curtain was drawn back way too far, and he saw the real men behind the mics, and he's like, you know what? These guys ain't nothing special. You know what?
We're better than them.
Yes. I'm the fuck up. He really got it. He got too close, and he saw that the emperor has no fucking clothes. He really, he got way too inside, and he's like, these guys they're nothing. So,
They're nothing.
so it kind of ruined his experience, I think, with the pod.
Maybe he's like, fuck this, I'm carrying Walt's couches around all day. Fucking,
I'm the emperor.
I don't want to go over there, going to put me to work.
That's what happened again. I think so. Like, if you there's listeners out there, I'm sure, are like, man, I want to go down to Stash. I want to meet the boys.
Right.
Don't do it.
Just stay away.
Just listen to the podcast. We're way more fucking engaging and likable.
Such as it is.
When you see us in real life, you're gonna get the real me, and that ain't nothing to fucking write home about.
I had today, I was at home, and because of the hurricane, there are these people that go around to check each apartment and make sure that, like, the company that was hired to do the work is up to code or whatever.
Right.
So these guys come, there's like 3 guys, they come into the house and they're looking around, and this one dude goes, I hear you're famous.
Ooh.
And I said, oh yeah? And, yeah, isn't that what you said? And it was another guy who goes, he knew that I was
Sounding
on the
very aggressive.
I know. And like, he knew I was on the show, and he's like, my son, loves comic books. He loves your show. You think I could, like, get your signature? And it's a weird fucking thing. Like, when you're, like, I had left a little bit earlier. There's a coffee shop down the street, and I was trying to work, and like 3 people came up and started extended conversations with me about the show and shit. And I was like, I just want to go there and not be bothered. And I'm not, it's not like I'm like Kevin or something where I'm being harassed daily or like, every minute. But then to go home, and then the dude's fucking like, can I take your picture?
Your own home.
Oh, look at this,
Yeah.
Walt. Look at this, Walt.
I didn't like it really.
It's not
very relatable to the
I had
common
something
man.
happen to me today. It was pretty fucked up.
Really?
I had an old high school buddy, a good friend at one time, a
Mark?
guy I hung up. He's a current friend that I've just recently come to know. He actually was on Comic Book Man.
Mark?
Yeah, he was the guy that brought the Underoos in. He's a local guy, and
Really nice dude.
really nice dude. And he never came into the store though. He's lived in Red Bank for years. Rob Bruce knew him. He filled out the form. He collects. He's a hardcore collector.
Right.
He filled out the form to come in. He had some stuff that he thought might be interesting to us. It actually was the Underoos. So he got, he made the, what's it called, the steps to get onto the show. Like he passed, like you got an interesting item.
Right.
You have a good personality. Sure. Let's bring him in. Let's do a transaction with him. And I guess he became, he started hanging out, started buying stuff here, almost like Jeff a little bit, not on the fucking insane level you were buying.
Lunatic level?
But and I started talking to him. We're into hockey. He's he's a sweet dude. So he started hanging out, and because he lives in town, and then it's just like, hey man, I need a little extra help around here.
Right.
So if you watch Comic Book Man, maybe you'll he was on a transaction at Comic Book Man. Nice dude. If you see him, give him a shout out if you come to the stash. But anyway,
showing his face.
this old friend of mine I hadn't seen in decades. You know him. This is a really weird story. I don't even know if I should tell this on the air.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
After what you told on the bonus pod?
Yeah. All right.
You know what I'm talking about?
The boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We used to play football on a daily basis, basketball. I mean, every day we hung out for a good 2 years. Saw him, and I was happy to see him, and he was happy to see me. We're talking, and then at a certain point he goes, and this is really weird. I know this is going to make me really look don't judge me, please. I know this is going to be weird. You're going to be like, you may be
nothing weird beyond other than the story that I just heard. So this is nothing.
All right. So he goes.
The bar is pretty high.
He puts his head down at a certain point, and he extends his hand onto my shoulder, and he goes, "Hey man, I'm sorry to hear about what happened." And he shakes my hand. He goes, "I'm really sorry about that." And I go, "This is weird."
What did you talk about, like the hurricane?
No, because we were just talking about the hurricane. He didn't have any damage, and I told him I did have some major damage. I had to gut my entire first floor, but I was happy to hear. He said that he came close to getting water in, but no water came in, so he was one of the lucky ones where he lived. But he goes, "Sorry to hear about your father," and I don't have any contact with my dad. But he told me my dad died 2 years ago, and I didn't even know it.
Whoa,
That's
really?
pretty fucked up.
Today, did that just fuck up Brian's story?
No, not really. That's still a worse story. No, Walter. That's still
so
a
with a
worse
heavy
story.
heart, though.
So I still have I'm still wearing the crown.
Yeah, you'll be wearing the crown for a while.
You were worried right there for a second. Yeah, so he told me that, and I was just like, it really was a stunner for a second because I haven't spoken to him in so long.
Well, you cut off anyway, so you wouldn't never know. So
I mean, it's a long, I'm sure, there's people out there who've had this story. Things have happened in the past, and you just lose touch. I mean, not usually with a parent, but I'm sure there's some people who can relate to that.
Yeah, of course.
But it was.
Do you know how badly I wish I could lose contact with my sister?
It was a shocker, and I know he felt weird, but I was just like, "What?" That's weird when someone tells you that he may and. My wife is telling me that it can't possibly be true because you would have found out. Somebody would have told you 2 years. That's a long time. You would have not know.
You would think that your mom would know.
Yeah, so I don't know. It may not be true. It may be true, but it was a stunner to hear that today.
Yeah,
and it's like weird because you're like, well, it's 2 years ago. How do you feel? And it's that long many years later because it's like it's been so long.
Yeah.
Did you even research?
And also shocking that he would bring it up. That is really weird. That
that was.
Well, he hasn't seen you in a long time, and you just happened to.
Yeah, but
there's a window for grieving. Yeah.
I guess he's given some respect.
But he hasn't said right. He hasn't seen him in God knows how long.
But he definitely, and I had to tell him why. I was like, what, huh? Like I had to cop to the guy. I was like, well, I don't speak to him. I haven't spoken to him in such a long time. I mean, if what you're saying is true. I'm not saying it's not true. I just don't know. I said so. I'm like, wow. I don't even know how to rebound from a question like that.
Right.
It's still stunning to hear. Because I mean, regardless if we're not getting along, I certainly don't. I'm not wishing that. I'm not like. It's still sad to hear.
Right.
Did he say how? Like what the cause was?
How'd my dad go?
That's a little.
I want to know if he offered it up. Yeah.
Oh no! I think he didn't. I think he felt really awkward telling me that, and when I tried to change the subject, really.
So why? So you don't even know, like, if he had another family or he was like what he was doing. Like, you don't know anything.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been about 15 years since the last time. I mean, even when I saw him, I didn't even speak to him the last time I saw him. So. It's been a long time before I think my second daughter was born.
Jesus.
The last time I saw him was when we were in the old stash. I remember I was just sitting there, I was looking out the window, and he was walking down the street with a group of 3-4 other people. Just hanging out, walking down the street.
It may not be true, hopefully it's not true. Like I said, I'm not, we may not have gotten along or may have a very fractured relationship, but I'm not wishing. Sure. I hope he's wrong though, but.
Yeah.
But that was weird, and then to carry on and do the bonus pod, the Cryptozoic Man. I mean, if you haven't ordered it, and I bare my soul, and I tell you that, how could you sit there right now and say you're not going to give me $27?
Shit.
How could you do that?
I know.
Call me, 732-758-0508. Offer your condolences. and also give me your credit card. Through Mark, you can tell me how bad you feel for me.
Oh, my God.
Marky's my ears.
But yeah, that's a weird one. That's a shot. That's a shot in the chops. That and I don't know whether to call off tonight after hearing that. But I was like, you know what, show must go on, right?
Yeah.
He wouldn't want me to. Who the fuck knows what he would want me to do?
Dude,
He might want you to not. He might be like, give me an hour or two of fucking contemplation.
Wait, you almost not did a pod in my memory? Well,
like,
thanks a lot.
What the fuck's a podcast? Second.
He's got to understand that, like, Walt was so passionate about this that, like, I think if I had died, he still would have
Oh
went on.
yeah. We would have did this pod
At the burial.
Mark would have filled in for me.
Wow. Ooh, that'd be weird.
Yeah, so that's what I'm coming off of today.
Wow, that is crazy.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, it still was very sobering and stunning to hear. And my wife says that she did some, like you said, you asked me if I did some research. I didn't.
Would spark interest.
But my wife said she did, and she can't find anything to say that that's the case online. But I mean, that's like when someone tells you that, you assume they get that fucking information right? You don't say that when it's. But
Well, do we want to put our detectives on the case?
no. If you guys are going to do anything out there, it's just order that booty time if you haven't ordered it. That'll make the hurt.
In little flowers.
That'll make the hurt go away. Is that worse than Hitler?
You're getting up there.
Using that kind of information to guilt people into ordering
I'm
it?
racking my brain to think of something else I did that was fucked up. That
It's got to come out.
could win it back.
Yeah. Ooh.
Wow. Oh, wow. A lot going on today. All right. Well, I mean, my condolences, I guess. I don't.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
nobody
Again,
wants to hear that.
it's weird. It's a weird relationship. It's a weird situation. So it's like you don't even know what to do for feel.
All right.
Yeah. Even I think of that from time to time. Like I look at my parents and I'm like, with Pam, I'm like, okay, she's 67. I was like, that's not like real old, but it's not young either. It's like,
Yeah.
And some of the stuff she does, I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like you are acting like an old lady now.
Oh yeah, something that questions you whether the faculties are older.
Well, I've always thought that.
I didn't want to say it. But the things you say, I'm questioning.
Yeah.
You must be.
Definitely. But like some of the repetition, she'll tell me the same thing over and over and over again, and shit. You're just like, who the fuck cares? Like she got this it's like a sponge, and I guess it's a magic eraser, and she. There was some fucking shit on the grout on the tile on the floor, and she was able to get it up with this magic eraser. And I heard this no less than 6 times. And I'm like, all right.
commercial.
I don't know what you want me to do about it. But just like that, like we're on the highway and she's driving, and she's going like 20 miles an hour. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, step on it. You're gonna get us killed.
So you're wait a minute. I can't figure out what you're pondering here. You're pondering her not around. You're saying?
Well, I mean, just that, like, it seems like this is the beginning of, like, the old lady years, you know what I mean? Not that she was, like, young and spry up until, last week, but looking more like a grandma than a mother, you know what I mean?
Yeah, my mom's sharp as a tack, and she, like, I don't even put question, I don't even think about stuff like that, because it's too horrific too.
You're super close with your mom,
yeah,
too.
she's such a great person, and
60s ain't that old though, man.
no, I mean she doesn't like she never gives. That's what's awesome, and I don't have thoughts like that because she is so with it, and she is so on the move at all times and doing stuff. Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, let's bring it up, Q. This is harsh. This is hard. This is what people
right.
people missed last week to hear this.
It's sobering, that's for sure. But it's
Pam's on her way out.
Oh, this is horrible.
Yeah, but it's something everybody, I think,
right.
is going to go through.
Everyone's
and
going to
it's-
go through it, but boy, no one wants to think about it.
I don't want
though.
to think about my parents dying.
Didn't that lady just swim from Cuba to Florida? She's how old? 60-something years old. Could you swim from Cuba to Florida?
Yeah.
Asshole!
What are you talking? Oh,
That lady that just swam that old, she was in her 60s.
right.
Isn't she?
So you're telling me, you're
I
telling
can't swim
Brian-
from fucking Cuba. He ain't gonna swim fucking 2 feet. He's done. Sharks got him, and it's all over, bro.
Fuck you, I'm fat. I'm buoyant, man. I'll float around for fucking
That
weeks.
shark will be on top of him, just floating like this with his flipper.
I know. I'll float around for weeks. I'm buoyant as hell, man.
Yeah, definitely 60's a new 40, right?
Hope.
I don't know. I gotta get to 60 first, but I ain't swimming from Cuba to Florida. I'll tell you that. That's pretty
But
amazing.
definitely, they say 40's the new 30, 50's the new
40. So everybody just take it back a decade.
Yeah. It's,
I had a real depressing realization yesterday. I was talking to this guy who went out to dinner with a guy that worked on my show, and his wife joined us at a certain point, and they were talking about their kids and babysitters and stuff like that. And they were telling stories about the kids, and usually people start telling me stories about their kids, and I'm like, I don't give a
Zone
shit.
out.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's like
I don't care about kids. I don't care about weddings. Like, I don't give a shit about any of that stuff.
tell me
care
a story
about me.
Tell me a story about me. Tell me a story about what you were doing while you were watching my TV show.
I would accept that, but it's just like I don't care. Like I mean, we've said it before on this show. Like birds, weddings, fucking like whatever, dude. We get it. Like nobody gives a shit about that stuff. I certainly don't. But I found myself like listening to them and watching the way they talk, and I was like, God, I was like, they're a family, and I was like, I haven't been part of a family in, I mean,
You've been a lone wolf.
for over a decade.
With a bunch of stray cats.
Yeah, but like for probably around like 12, 15 years, I haven't been a member of a family.
Part of this family.
Well, sure, that's
TSD
one way to look at
family,
it.
right?
That's,
Yeah.
The
that's it.
Impractical Joker family.
That's a pretty big family.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm feeling better.
It's the same.
But yeah, it was like it hit me. It struck me a certain way where I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "I'm alone. Like I am alone. You know what I mean? I don't have anybody to friends, of course.
Alone or lonely?
Not lonely.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not
good
really.
then.
I don't think loneliness is really in me. But maybe. But I mean, it was this real sobering moment. Like, and it just happened to me yesterday. I was like, shit, I've been alone for so long, and I'll probably always be. Like, I don't see that changing. Like, I maybe get married, of course, but like, I'll never have.
What
kids.
happened to your real family?
Well, one brother lives in Virginia, and one
He
lives
disowned them because they weren't famous enough.
You're on TV
Did he
show.
say that on the air? Didn't he say that at one point on the air that their lives are so boring you
Yeah.
can't relate to them?
You're dead to me.
I don't think I said that. I think you guys turned it into that. But yeah,
I really hope you didn't say that.
I don't
That's
think I
harsh.
remember what you're talking about. You guys turned it into that. I did say that.
Okay.
Shortly after he boasted he was the only one important enough to eat the Thanksgiving apple.
They only have an East Japton from me. But yeah, my parents moved away. My brothers moved away. It's just me. So so it's what are you gonna do, man?
Yeah, I mean it's tough. I mean you know you're still a young man.
Yeah.
You make if you're really feeling those feelings, you know.
Oh no, I'm not feeling like I want
Go marry
kids.
someone out of desperation.
Have kids to fix it all. Wow.
You know, I mean that's what makes the world go around. Though everyone's different, man. You're not into that. Other people cherish that.
Lone wolf.
You know, some people are like they don't want to. They have their own agendas. That's nothing wrong. There shouldn't be judged on that, Q.
Thank you, Walter.
Yeah, on Walt's deathbed, he'll be surrounded by loved ones, and you'll haven't been eaten by your cats. No one will know you're dead for 3 weeks.
I mean, you know what though? But that news earlier today, I mean, it made me rethink like actions, paths, and things that I did or didn't do.
Like, were there moments? Was there a moment of like, oh God, I should have reconciled. I should have reached out or whatever. Because I don't think I would feel that way.
Yeah, there's always that feeling like, wow, now there's no way to. And it made me think about me and my kids though, and I was that stunning that feeling of like that little bit of shock was was helped by the fact that at least I can be like, well, at least I didn't carry on that fucking that line of that relationship in that direction.
You were such a polar opposite as a dad.
Yeah, well, I'm not like I'm overboard. I'm like I don't consider myself super dad, and I'm not super dad. I see dads who are like who fucking move mountains for their kids, and I'm like,
asshole.
I don't think I could do that. I mean, they move mountains for their children. Maybe if I was faced with the same, I'd like to think so, but
give it your best at least.
Yeah, I do. I mean, yeah. So I was at least consoled a little bit by that. Well, at least the chain was broken at a certain point, and it wasn't the same way. It helped a little bit. And it'll help a lot if you'd call 732-758-0508 and order the booty time if you haven't already ordered it.
Well, I mean, but you've always done a lot. Like you were always going somewhere like on the weekends and shit.
Where they're not into that anymore. They don't want to hang out and do that kind of dads, like, that little kid stuff. Go here, go there. They're more like, we want to go do things with our friends, but that's an expected. Yeah, that's an expected progression of as kids, grow up and they'll come back and they'll want to do things again. But at this stage,
right,
dad and mom ain't cool.
No, you don't consider you guys cool, huh?
We're not cool, man. I mean, I'm not cool in any aspect. I'm certainly not cool to a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, your daughter's unduly harsh on you, though. Like when we had the 4th of July barbecue that year, and she's ridiculing your sandals. I gotta say, she was right.
Yeah. I mean, what I wear on Comic Book Men at the podcast table, that devil shirt.
Yeah.
We're going to go out. I got home that last night we wrapped, and she goes, "Can we go to Friendly's?" I was just like, absolutely. Let me just go to the bathroom and I'm ready to go. And she goes, and when I came out of the bathroom, she goes, you got to change that shirt.
You ain't going out like
that. And I go, why? And she goes, that's ridiculous. She goes, that is the most ridiculous shirt ever. I go, it looks horrible. She goes, put a different shirt on. And I was just like,
yes,
I looked at my wife and I was like, and my wife goes, yeah, just change that shirt. And I was like, all right.
It's good enough to wear in front of millions of people, not to go to Friendly's with.
That's great.
Yeah, they didn't like
we
the
can't
shirt.
be seen between that shirt.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the shirt either, but I was surprised at their level of like that would be. It's weird what they latch onto and be like, people will notice that shirt. Mm-hmm. It's just weird.
I'm a fan.
That's a very typical.
And it was for anybody. I mean, if it's for anybody listening. It was like, you ever see like those I hate these T-shirts. I don't know why I was given this T-shirt, but it's fake hands. Opening up like a Superman.
Okay, yeah.
Like the fake hands opening up the button shirt and the tie is being undone. But underneath my shirt is the New Jersey Devil symbol, not the Superman symbol.
Right.
It's a very corny shirt. If I saw it hanging on the rack, I would never buy it. But it was still a cool color. At least it was gray and it was subdued. It wasn't like garish colors.
Right.
And I'm surprised they even noticed it, let alone we're like, don't wear that shirt.
I think that's typical of teenage girls, though. They feel that everyone is looking at them. Yeah, there's a very there's a sense of like narcissism that it doesn't seem like teenage boys have, and I'm sure I'll hear shit for this, but it's just in my observations what I've seen and whatever. That eventually goes away, but in those teen years, like I know my older niece, I'm just like, fucking A, you are not that important that everyone like she's has like fucking 10 different colors in her hair, she has like does her hair with like red, blue, like that kind of punk rock shit. And then she, somebody will remark about it, like, oh, I like your hair. And then she'll, as she walks away, she'll be like, oh, it's so weird. Like, why would that guy say that? And I go, stop pretending that's not what you want. All right. Like, obviously this is what you're looking for. So quit like acting all like, taken aback and shit. Yeah, I don't know. With Sage, it's hard to tell.
I doubt she'll ever be like, change that shirt, Dada.
Probably not. Yeah, I don't think I'll hear that.
Worry about what you're wearing. I don't think she'll probably think it's cool, like like a Batman or a Devil shirt.
Yeah, like I'll always be cool to her. Thank Christ. But I wonder like at what point, because I say to Suzanne sometimes, I'm like, I wonder if if she will do that, she will be like, "Oh God, you're so annoying," and like not want to hang out with me or something, you know?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because I mean, she'll only get to a certain developmental stage, you know, and if that stage is when, like, you know,
Imagine
kids
it's
still
like
don't.
like a petulant 14-year-old girl.
Oh
stage.
God, yeah, like no matter what I wear, she's like, "You look like a dick." You know, because it would be nice if that never happened.
Yeah. It also made me think too. I mean, it was such a strange day, such a strange feeling, but it made me think too. Like my parents' relationship was, you know, it didn't end well, and it made me think. Like, in a way, though, it was. Was it better for me to see that though? It made me like my relationship with my wife. You know, made me think about. Well, I'm not going to do these things. I'm not going to act that way. I'm not going to be so. You know, but you may think I'm distant. You know, I know you probably think that, but like with her, I'm not. Mm-hmm. And it made me wonder if was that built upon years of seeing not such a good relationship.
Oh, probably, yeah.
But but they say people just relive or become their what they saw. You come from a broken home. Maybe you're gonna do a broken home.
Yeah, I hear that, but you know what? My father was he wasn't absent, but he wasn't very warm growing up. He did it once he got older, but like it never seemed like he had much fun having kids. And I think I say that's why probably I don't want kids, because it just didn't look like a good time. My brothers are the exact opposite. They're a lot like you. They're really super
and they
involved.
Enjoy that.
They love it. They're just there. So I don't know, and just from what I've seen, I don't think that's true.
But you see, like people I mean, it also went a long way in my feelings about substances. But that's not always the case with people.
Some?
What you got?
That's not always the case, That people see that, and yet they see that growing up, and yet they still gravitate toward it, though. So it's a very I wonder if things were different. I guess it's just it doesn't matter to think it. I guess it just be happy it went the way it did. Then
Yeah, maybe like Q says, maybe it wasn't on a very conscious level. Like you're like, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to do the opposite. But I have to say that for sure. Like, I mean, she's not my kid, but the way I treat Sage and the way that I developed my relationship,
the way the
way I was raised,
the things you remember, yeah,
not liking, but also, I may have talked about her once or twice, but my mother's mother, my grandmother, I was super close to her growing up until she died. I was like 10, I think 9 or 10. She died of lung cancer. And kind of early on, when I knew that we were going to be spending a lot of time with Sage, I thought, I was like, I want to make her feel the way I felt, like the way my grandmother made me feel, because when I was young, like nobody else really made me feel that way. Right. Nobody else made me feel like, I like having you around. It's like having you around makes me happy and I have a good time,
Definitely, yeah. That's the case of memories I have with my mom, who would be like, go out and just be like, I need this, or I'm looking for this comic book. Well, let's go. Let's hit every fucking store in Monmouth County, Ocean County, and Middlesex County until we find it. Yeah. Good times driving around looking for it. My kids were into those Beanie Babies. What was it? I forget what it was called. Not Beanie Babies. Webkins, and I would be, and I would be like,
Jeff's got a basement of them.
That's all Monster High.
And she'd be looking for this one that just came out, and I'll be like, and she's like, oh, it just came out, and it wasn't at the store I was at. Well, let's go.
Yeah,
let's go find it. I remember those memories being so burned into my head of good times. I was like, we'll go till we find it.
I mean, and as a child, what fucking words do you want to hear more than that? And how emphatic and excited and enthused you seem to be, because it's then it's a dad, and it's like, hey man, we're having fun, we're doing this together.
You can make a whole day of it. You can be like, we'll eat lunch here, we'll go do this while we're out looking here, we'll stop here, we'll do other things.
Yeah.
The reward is when you finally get what you're looking
And if
for.
we find, and I'm like, if we find it, but then it
face.
becomes you become a little bit too wrapped up in it. You're like, motherfucker, I can't find this thing. All right, assholes. Not that I'm talking about like to the clerks and stuff. I'm like,
Suddenly the kids are scared.
Yeah, suddenly they're like, whoa, this took a dark turn. And I'm like, I'm gonna find this. We don't have to look for it anymore,
4 in the
Dad.
morning. You're in Massachusetts.
Yeah, suddenly we're not in Jersey anymore. Like we're in Pennsylvania. And,
Kids starting to get scared after a while.
but yeah, I would get too wrapped up. I'm like, we're gonna find it, and if I couldn't find it, I'm like, all right, when we get home, I'm ordering it, and it'll be here in 5 days, because I took the easy way out. But when it was just me and my mom, we couldn't go on the internet. But
I've done that on the internet too before.
oh yeah, I mean, it's just also teaches them patience, not the instant gratification.
I think it comes down, at least for me, like it's very simple. It came down to like, it was so nice to feel cherished rather than feel like you were a burden.
Right.
And I don't know if it was common in the 70s that, or just because I saw it in a lot of my friends, it's like you felt burdensome to your parents. Like Edgar was a lot like your dad. And I see it. It's like my sister is exactly the same way. It's not like they don't love you, but they don't want to hang out, really. They don't want to do stuff.
Yeah, 70s were different, though. I agree to that, too, because I don't do anything like the way what I do with my kid now is nothing. We don't go out to dinner nowhere near the amount of time that, with my parents. I got toys, but still, I didn't spend as much time. I mean, my parents probably didn't spend as much time as I spend with my child. I mean, my kid, I'm constantly with her. We go out together, do things as a family constantly. I read books with her. I mean, it's just like I had a little bit of that, but not to the extent that it is today. I think it's a lot more.
Because just a more informed.
Yeah, it's just more like there's just a lot more tools out there too. I mean, there's other things you can do. I mean, there's just so much. I think all depends on where you live though too. But I wasn't able. I mean, we went out to dinner, but nothing like I go to the boardwalk, constantly to all these different places, and I just didn't have as the resources probably weren't just there. I mean. Back then either. And also that, again, back in the 70s, you had a lot of people with only one income family, so the disposable income wasn't as high as it probably is now with some other people that, you have 2 income families, you have people that work, but it goes both ways though too, because you have people that work multiple hours and you can't spend as much time with the child either. So, I mean, I'm one of the lucky ones. I spend a lot of time with my kid.
I think and not to keep referencing the bonus pod, but there is a moment in the bonus pod that is so beautiful and so in a pod filled with really repulsive because we did play Are You Worse Than Hitler, but there is before we play Are You Worse Than Hitler, there is a moment that is so.
I thought I
there is a shining star.
I thought
there is
I
a shining
had.
star.
Are You Worse Than Hitler? 1. I thought I had it.
Well, that's crazy because you're all going up against Brian Johnson.
Fucker.
But like I said, there is a moment though that is probably is so eloquently sums up Brian Johnson though. That
I thought that was Are You Worse Than Hitler?
yes, there are 2 sides to evil.
It's full of surprises. This pod.
Not 2 sides to any person, 2 sides to evil. Either side of the coin.
You've seen all those pictures of like Hitler
Hopefully that's
tickling a kid under the chin or petting a dog or something,
Yeah, but I'm not just saying that, but there is a wonderful moment in the bonus pod that just sums up Brian Johnson's wonderful and very just his sweet side.
Don't see it too often. Usually,
yeah, but I mean, never. But I've never seen it more eloquently put though, and more just laid out. So oh my God, that's it. Like a simple sentence, just summed up everything for you.
Beautiful, dude.
Thanks, man.
God, this is touching. This is a
bad
heartfelt.
episode,
I don't know that it's bad. That fly is lazy, man. I'll tell you something. You want to switch topics a little bit?
Is it more?
No.
Is it even worse?
No. It's good. It's light. It's light fare. Light fare. Right. I don't think you guys realize how much. Remember, I brought up the idea of the comic book themed motorcycle gang.
Yes.
The Four Color Demons.
Four Color Demons. It has caught fire. People,
so?
I get emails. People have been sending in logos and artwork. And people are like, I want to start a chapter up here. I want to start a chapter. People are like, what are the rules? What are the bylines? Like, people are fucking into it. Declan and I registered the various websites, and we got, I don't want to say who it is. I'll tell you off the air. We have a heavy hitter, a well-known name.
Why can't we say who it is?
Because I'll tell you, I'll announce it next episode because I'm still working it out.
Wait a minute.
Design the logo.
Oh, whoa!
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Got in a very. I got probably about 20 submissions with the logos, and they were all very similar in theme. I guess I must have said what the patch was going to be because they all came in kind of similar, and they were all real. There were no stinkers.
So soon we will be selling the Four Color Demon merchandise.
We're gonna be. It's gonna be a real gang, bro. We're gonna get it going. We're gonna.
They got to pay dues too, right?
Well, listen,
Gotta pay.
if you were in a motorcycle gang, you'd have to run drugs and guns and stuff like that. We don't want any of that. We don't want any of that. But it's. I think that we accidentally stumbled upon something that can be huge. Huge.
Really?
I believe so.
I hope so. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
That could be your new family, the Four Color Demon.
I think
gang.
it's going to be. It's going to be.
And you'll see them just as much as your real family.
Like, people are like, hey, man, like, because people are like, I don't have a motorcycle. I don't know how to ride a motorcycle. And I'm like, don't worry about it.
Just get something with two wheels.
All you have, not even.
3
I'm
wheels.
like, all you have to have done is seen a motorcycle. We're the most inclusive gang ever. Like, we are the most inclusive motorcycle gang ever.
I do like the idea of an embroidered patch.
Yeah, I want like the leather. I want like the leather vest, with the patch on the back. Yeah, so
And it's like Sons of Anarchy with like original 3. And
exactly.
shit.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited by it. Like, so everybody who's been out there with the emails and the logos and the artwork, your voice has been heard, and there will be in due time. For telling Steve Dave, Four Color Demon, a hierarchy setup, rules, chapters, official chapters.
I like it, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, dude. We're gonna go on runs. It's gonna be like us on motorcycles, someone in a Fiat. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want anybody to feel left out.
Somebody on a bus.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
You want to run a commercial real quick?
Sure. Why, hello, fellow authors. Q and Walt.
Oh well, hello, esteemed colleague.
People are jealous. People are jealous of us, Q.
Haters out in force. Haters hating.
Q, that I didn't give it to you yet, but that check I gave you
Yeah.
earlier this evening.
Yeah.
$100 of that was from Audible. We get the big bucks are coming in
Yes.
Look at this.
from Audible. $100 each.
Wow.
That is sweet.
I'm not fucking around. It really was $100. So that's all we got off the Audible. But you know what? It doesn't matter what we got.
No. It's about pride and accomplishment.
It was about getting an Audible book up there and having our listeners get it for free using the Audible pod.
Yeah, it's about getting one over the man.
The man being our sponsor. Supporting our show.
Yeah.
Well, the idea behind this is that you go to. I like listening to books. Like at night, I'll put on my my headphones,
What are you listening
my
to
buds.
lately?
Right now, I'm listening to. I'll tell you the exact name of the book.
Yeah?
It's about.
Tell him Steve Dave Riri Theater. Who the fuck you kidding?
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm listening to. It's where is it?
Are you excited for Dr. Sleep? Comes out next Tuesday.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah. I look forward to that. I'm sure Audible will have that.
I hope so.
The Butcher, Anatomy of a Mafia Psychopath.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Walt's gone. Walt's out.
Walt's
out
out
of
here.
this
All right,
commercial.
take a piss, Audible.
You earned this $100. He's gone.
Yeah. So I listen to Audible books at yeah. I listen to some Audible books at night while I'm falling asleep. All right, come on, Q. Come on, pay attention. Damn it. Gotta get through this.
Sorry.
Audible's paying big money.
Are they?
Well, you know.
To us?
If you are a listener and you want to go to audiblepodcast.com/TESD, what's going to happen is you're going to sign up for 2 weeks for free. Right. And they're going to give you a credit, which means you can get a free book. And Tell 'em Steve Dave happens to have
That's right.
an audiobook out there where we dissect and talk about there's some voice acting going on, some fairy tales. Mm-hmm. It's called Tell 'em Steve Dave Fairy Retail Theater, and you can get that. I mean, that's a good enough reason to fucking sign up and check out their service, which I enjoy. They just added like another 100,000 titles, Q.
Holy shit.
Is that nuts?
You know what the problem is like a lot of people out
100,000. Hold on, 100,000 titles, only one that fucking matters.
there. That's right.
Go ahead,
Tell 'em
Q,
Steve Dave Fairy Retail.
I believe that's Audible's slogan.
If it's not, it should be.
Yeah.
100,000 titles to choose from, but only one that matters.
One that fucking matters.
That's right.
Go ahead, Q, I'm sorry.
No, you're right. This is a valid point. I'm just saying, like, if you don't read, you're coming off like a dumbass.
Yeah.
You're coming off like a dumbass to people. You sound like a yokel. You just sound
Well, when
stupid.
I asked you if Ernest Hemingway wrote horror, did you think I was a
A little
dumbass?
bit. I was like,
What
this
are you
guy
Audible?
needs Audible.
Fuck, I knew it.
This guy needs a fucking
I knew
Audible.com
it.
account.
Old Man in the Sea. Fucking sounds brutal, bro.
Yeah.
Come on. Who cares?
Guy
Is it
catches
about a
a
guy
fish.
who's out on the sea, I imagine?
Yeah, he catches a fish.
And?
Well, it's a big fish.
Is it a Moby Dick?
He
Is it an
straps
orca?
into what happens is this
Is it a
what it's
shark?
not. You know what? It is. Well, listen, he goes out too far. He's an
Right.
old man.
Right.
And he catches a giant, like a marlin, like a huge fish. And he's like, this is going to fucking feed me and make me money because he was a fisherman.
Right.
So he straps it to the side of his boat and he starts rowing back to the shore. But he went too far out. And the fish, the dead fish, is attracting sharks. So he's battling sharks as he makes his way back to shore. And that's what the book's about, him fighting sharks.
And they haven't made this into a film?
Yeah, sure they have, yeah.
How many times? What's
I
the name?
only know the one. I think Lancaster.
Where the fuck did you come from? Where the fuck were you?
I'm here.
Where were you? I thought you went home.
The Silent Angel.
So they made a movie about this?
Yes.
Yeah, who was the lead?
It was Lancaster, I think.
Burt Lake. Oh fuck! So they were talking. This was when was this book written? In 1800s?
Hold on, I'm going to get you all the pertinent information. This is going to be our recommendation.
I think it probably should have been, it probably would have been the 40s, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No. You're doing good, pal. Well, the film was 1958.
And how does it end? Spoiler alert.
Who is the actor?
Old Man in the Sea.
He
Lancaster?
says, son of a bitch, and he shoots the fucking shark and it blows up.
Oh, Spielberg's a fucking thief.
Yeah, he's
You son of a bitch.
It won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction. Old Man in the Sea.
Yeah. And how does it end though?
The sharks eat the whole fish. It's a sad ending.
But he lives.
He lives.
So how
Oh,
sad
no,
could
he
that
doesn't
be?
live, right?
I don't think he lives.
Like, he
yeah.
dies in the hut. He gets back home and he dies, as I recall. So it's so downer, man. Perfect for telling Steve Dave.
So especially this week.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Audible, you
It's an
don't deserve this
18-foot
much.
fish.
18-foot fish.
Yeah.
And that's your favorite Hemingway story?
It's pretty good.
What's your
well.
favorite Hemingway one?
I liked Removable Feast was a good read. Oh, that's not really a
Removable Feet?
movable
Movable
feast.
feast.
A Movable Feast?
Yeah. What was the fucking?
Is that a horror story?
No, there are no. It is war stories.
Yeah, he was like
No
a war, he was a
monsters?
war medic in France.
He was a guy. Well, you would have loved him. Like, he was like, I want to fucking be a writer, but I can't be a writer unless I live life. So he joined the army, went to war, just to become a fucking real man and have shit to write about.
He was a boozer, banging broads.
Well, I didn't
all
want to tell
shit.
Walt that part. I didn't want to let him know about the booze and
He
sodomy.
was all blottoed.
Yeah,
All right. Maybe I'll give this Hemingway a shot.
sure. But you can on audible.com. You don't even have to read. You could be driving around and listening.
He killed himself, Hemingway.
He did.
Didn't Poe kill himself too?
No, I think he drank himself to
Yeah,
death
he
or
just
something.
died of some
Don't all the
bullshit.
great writers kill themselves?
What are you saying?
you like?
The authors of Fairy Theater have to off themselves?
To get some real respect in the real world of literature, you should do a triple suicide right now.
Well, we should take Sunday Jeff down with us, right? Sunday Jeff.
Time to go home now.
So anyway, yeah, I mean, come on.
I gave
This is
Sunday Jeff his
crazy.
first Audible paycheck today.
Did you?
Right? Yeah.
He did.
You should have seen this fucking eyes light up.
Are you making
Yeah.
a Jewish joke of some sort?
No.
I had
He was-
dollar signs in my eyes.
He was
when gave it to
impressed.
me.
He was
Really?
happy. Yeah, he was just like, you know what? I mean,
I felt like I'm one of the team.
How much was that check?
$100.
$100. I didn't want to say in case you didn't give him the full.
oh, come on. You
gun.
think I'd fuck over Sunday, Jeff?
I didn't know what math you were running in your head. I didn't want to cause problems.
No.
Did you give Ming a check?
Ming was not wanting to
okay.
do it.
All
Fuck Ming.
Even if he was.
He hasn't given us fucking money for puck nut shirts.
Really?
No, I mean, I don't know if you get fucking your shirt with him. Don't you have a shirt that's just you and him?
I believe I do, yeah. I
Have you ever gotten anything from Ming about those T-shirts?
Nah, I forgot all about it. I forgot he sold them on his own little website.
That shirt.
You're on the puck nut shirt.
Yeah.
You ever see Ming ever give you anything for that shirt?
You ever wet your beak in that? No?
Yeah, well, that's Ming Chen for you.
Get your taste, man.
There you go. Wow. Oh, fucking thanks, Audible, for bringing this to our attention.
Yeah. So audiblepodcast.com/TESD, 2 free weeks, 1 free book, make it TESD, Fairy Retail Theater, or, Old Man in the Sea, whatever you want. It's up to you.
Right.
It's a good service, though, man. Check it out.
See, if I was writing Old Man to See, I would have made it would have been made an Old Man and the Alien or something.
Yeah. You should write that. We should do that for a follow-up.
We'll call it the unofficial sequel.
Right.
Old Man and the Sea.
They bury the old man, and a hand pops out of the grave. He's like, I'm not dead yet.
Look for that. Look for that in 2014 from TSD. Making Hay Books. Old Man and the Alien.
Rolls right off the tongue.
You're, what's it? Short-sighted? Far-sighted?
Nearsighted.
Nearsighted. All right. Well, this is the perfect man to read our
There you
first.
go.
Yeah, he can't
Commercial.
even fucking see it, though, because he doesn't have his glasses
Put it
with
right
him.
in front of him.
Yeah. You want to read this Sunday?
Sure, I'll read it. Let me get
Okay.
It's our
my
brand new sponsor. We're very proud to have him aboard, and we're lucky
Yeah.
to have him. And
Warby
welcome to
Parker.
the family. What's the name of this, Brian?
Warby Parker.
Warby.
Mm-hmm.
Warby Parker. Okay, go ahead, Jeff.
Warby Parker was founded with a rebellious spirit
Well, then they fucking picked the right fucking podcast.
Yeah, goddamn right.
and a lofty objective to create boutique quality, classically crafted eyewear at a revolutionary price point.
Oh, I don't like the sound of the boutique already. That doesn't sound like it.
Sounds like some hippie
You
shit.
know what?
They are
Let me tell you
fairies.
something.
Sounds like Elton John fucking wearing these glasses.
You got a picture of it?
They're like fur trimmed eyeglasses.
What does that mean, boutique? And that probably just means like
No, like
high end,
Yeah.
but at a good price.
They look high end. Yeah, like like Gucci attaches their name to something that's going to be
What are you doing,
$500
man?
I
bucks.
just want to see if there's a picture of it. That's all.
No, you
Dude,
don't.
man, that ain't bullet points.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, like, I imagine that Warby, what's his name?
Warby Parker.
is listening right now to like see how his money's being spent on commercials.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What the fuck?
Did I just do?
What well, I'm just gonna wipe
Is
my
it too
ass.
late to
with my-
fail?
But Sunday Jeff is a fucking god, Warby. You don't even know.
Yeah. It's an honor to have
Yeah.
Sunday silently read your ad.
I'm not talking over you. The Warby Parker aesthetic is vintage inspired with a contemporary twist. Every pair is custom fit with anti-reflective polycarbonate prescription lenses. Available exclusively through our website, www.warbyparker.com.
Spell Warby, don't I?
WARBYPARKER.
Like Peter Parker.
That's right, except it's Warby Parker.
It's like his cousin.
In showrooms, our glasses start at $95, which isn't that $95?
Yeah, what a pair set you back your glasses?
About $200 and something.
Are they like nerdy Coke bottles or they're like
No, actually,
thin?
I just actually recently got glasses. Unfortunately, I didn't know about this ad. Otherwise
You
I
know
would
what?
have.
Hand me your glasses. I'm gonna fucking smash them.
Well, when I bring them, you can give them to me.
Before he drives home.
So I can smash it to a tray. Another sponsor that bites the dust.
He doesn't even make it out of the parking lot.
No, if they're listening to this.
They'll come in tomorrow and I'll just be leaned over the steering wheel. I'll run into the office door.
All right, keep going.
Eyewear with a purpose. Almost 1 billion people worldwide lack access to glasses. This means that 15% of the global population cannot effectively learn or work. a problem that Warby Parker is determined to address. We've partnered with nonprofits like Vision Spring to ensure that for every pair of glasses sold, a pair is distributed to someone in need. Good purpose.
wow.
Yeah, this is a good corporation. They are not going to like the treatment, the telepathy treatment. I don't think they're doing good in the world.
Pull the ad, and we don't know nothing.
Key bullet points, Jeff.
Key bullet points.
Come on,
well, it
nail
says
'em,
we
baby.
believe that everyone has the right to say. I hope so. Key bullets.
Isn't that on the Declaration of Independence?
That's not really going out.
Everybody
on a
has the
limb.
right to see.
Come on, Warby, you got to try harder.
I mean, they're giving away a pair of glasses for every one that you buy. That's amazing.
That's actually
guess.
not a bad price. They start at $95. It's actually
start
pretty good.
at.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good. That's
They have sunglasses too, man.
there's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
try to
You
get
know,
my
the ones that
hands.
start at $95 don't even have lenses.
Right.
well, no, it says,
And they have a fucking rubber nose attached to it with a little fucking Hitler mustache.
Look like fucking Groucho Marx.
Come on, read those key bullet points.
And they're giving one away to kids in the desert for everyone you buy. It's got the bunch of fucking poor kids with Groucho Marx.
Bumping into each other.
spring the eyeballs.
They're like, what do I do with this, Matuba?
And they just drop a box in a fuck, like, that says Acme on it. You're
Some news crews over there. It's like, what the hell's going on here?
Kids just trying to eat them.
Come on, read the
Oh
key
my
bullet
lord, I
points.
can't now. Key bullets. Glasses should not cost as much as an iPhone. Our prescription glasses start at $95, including prescription lenses. So there you go, smart guy.
All right.
Our titanium collection starts at $145, including prescription lenses. We use premium Japanese titanium and French non-rocking screws.
What does that mean, non-rocking screws?
That's good shit.
Do you have non-rocking screws?
I probably do.
But you paid $200 for them.
Yeah.
Pay $200, but there's
Wipe your
there's
ass
all
with
kinds
those.
of different kind of lenses and everything
Sure.
else. All prescriptions
trying
are
to-
I
different.
don't get that. What does that mean, non-rocking screws? Like what? Like when you're, like it. What does non-rocking mean?
Who the fuck
I guess they're
knows?
flexible on the side of the glasses, and that they.
So they rock?
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly what.
Whatever they are.
It says French
Thank
non-rocking.
God they're not rocking.
Yeah. Because it appears that it's
Warby
bad.
Davis would never sell rocking screws.
No, Warby Parker. Warby Davis is his main competition. They have all sorts of rocking screws.
Sorry.
Why bother? Well, this is important. All glasses include anti-reflective and anti-glare coating.
Why is
There
that
no-
important?
Because if you're driving at night, you get a glare from the cars.
Is there anybody on earth, any glass manufacturer selling one
That's all.
glare?
What's that?
Is there any manufacturer of eyeglasses?
well, that's-
anyone's today that reflect or have glare?
And would tout it.
No, there is. You have to pay extra for that.
This is why I'm only getting checks for $100.
Yeah. One day this guy's going to need glasses and he's going to see like, you know what? I wish I did have that anti-glare.
Hey, Warby Davis, give me the finger.
You
See this fucking smart ass?
Is there any glare on this?
When you need glasses and the plane drops the Groucho Marx ones at your house, you'll know why.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm not even going to say the anti-glare anymore.
That's been covered.
Rest assured, Warby, what's his name?
Warby Parker,
Warby
yeah.
Parker offers that.
But it's included. Usually that's
It's
extra.
included.
You have to pay extra for that. All glasses include a hard case and cleaning cloth. There are no additional items you will need to purchase. So he's giving you the full package there.
Do you need
All
to purchase
inclusive.
a lot of extra equipment when you buy eyeglasses?
Like, how many options, are there really?
Why don't you
got
just
your
say
cleaning
we're not
cloth
You don't need no extra like convoluted.
Yeah, like, does that come with like
He's right. This way you only get $100.
Does it come with like an undercoating? Like that?
Scratch coating, all that other stuff.
Go ahead.
Oh, this is great.
We make buying glasses online easy and risk-free. Our home try-on program allows customers to order 5 pairs of glasses to be shipped directly to them.
5.
That's a lot of glasses.
Why do you need 5 pairs of glasses?
Oh, holy shit. Check this
Try
out.
them on. Some of them are...
They fucking make monocles.
Oh, no way.
Oh, we got to get some Warby Parker monocles up in here.
Maybe they'll send some comp monocles after this.
Now with your attitude.
But wait, I don't understand. What do you mean? Okay.
Because all
You're going to
glasses
send me
fit
5
differently.
different kinds, and you're going to pick one and send 4 back.
Well, because everybody's
That's pretty
the
dope.
glasses fit differently. They're all different kinds of.
That's a nice little option there.
Yeah, that isn't bad at all.
It's a try-on program. It allows customers to order 5 pairs of glasses to be shipped directly to them when they can try them on in the comfort of their own
You know
home.
what I would do? I would just report them damaged. I did that.
Never got him, Warby.
I did that with all the shelving units up there. I ordered just as much, like half of what I needed, and I reported all the ones that came in damaged because I knew they would just replace them, and I had to send them back. I'm not going to tell you the manufacturer who we order shelving units from, because they may want to be a future sponsor.
Like, what did he say? He did what?
You should just do the commercials for the last hour. That's a little bit of
Warby's looking at his statistics. He's like, there have been an inordinate amount of damaged glasses being reported.
This is definitely the last time he ups to himself, Steve Dave, right? The one and only read for Warby.
Well, we're giving it all we got. I mean,
Go ahead.
and I don't even know where I was.
Just skip a couple of them. Who cares?
They got a lot of. Come on,
Got so many sponsors, you don't care.
This guy
Users
over
can keep the
50
frames for
minutes.
5 days before sending them back free. That's your job. Using the prepaid returning shipping label with no obligation to purchase.
wow.
When you place an order for your prescription glasses, we will get started on them right away and have them in your hands within 10 business days. Pretty good. They usually arrive even
10
faster
business
than
days?
that. Yeah, that's pretty
That's
good.
2 weeks.
Weeks.
Well, within.
Okay.
So it could be.
What'd you
2
say
days.
before? Learn patience?
Yes.
Okay,
You're right,
well,
you're right,
maybe your
you're
kids
right.
should teach you
You're
patience.
right.
For every pair of glasses sold, we distribute a pair of glasses to someone in need. That might be you one day, so
That
I'd
might
shut
be-
up.
Yeah, that might be me.
That's what I like about this sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
That's a
kidding
good
aside,
thing.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, so if I get a monocle, they give a monocle to some kid?
Yeah, we'll give it. Hopefully, the kid only.
Talk of the village.
It's like Mr. Peanut.
I mean, you give a homeless person who needs glasses a monocle. They look so much like more presentable.
Yeah.
And maybe they get a job. It could change a life.
Right.
It's a life changer to get a monocle.
Yeah, starts bossing you around. Hey, better
gotta
get
get
my
one.
one.
Or you could give them 2 monocles.
Oh, you mean glasses?
Yeah.
Gets hit by a bus. We offer non-prescription polarized sunglasses for $95, $145 if titanium and prescription. Polarized sunglasses for $150, $195 if titanium. Go to warbyparker.com. WARBYPARKER.com.
Wow, there's more. Holy
That's what I said. There's a
mackerel.
lot of stuff on here.
Oh my
So
god.
here's your.
Oh, here. That's the
This is the most
read that
important
one,
part.
Read that one.
Because they've already not even gone to this part already. Let's say highlights.
All kidding aside, man, we hope there's at least a couple of you out there who need glasses this week or soon.
Or they got a lot of cool sunglasses on here, too.
Prescription or non-prescription?
None. Or both.
Let
Both
him
if
read
you
the Tell
want.
Him Steve
Yeah,
Dave
see,
part,
maybe
though.
this is something you shouldn't be.
Okay, let's hear
There's
this.
a Tell Him Steve Dave section of this.
All right.
Yeah.
Once you decide on a pair, order them online for the comfort of your own home, and you'll have them in your hands in no time. Once your glasses ship, receive your glasses within 3 days by using the offer code TESD.
All caps.
That's right, all caps.
So you're getting them 70% faster
That's right.
by using our code.
Somebody please order a monocle.
Yeah.
And then send it to Q, right? On Twitter, take a picture and send it
Yeah.
to
Take a picture and send it to Q, yeah. And what do they get? They get nothing.
I'll give him a Cryptozoic Man dog tag.
All right.
We only have one.
Well, the first one who sends it in the Q.
With a monocle? Yeah, it's a good idea.
All right.
Someone sends me the monocle, not a picture.
Oh, you want
Anybody
the-
can have a monocle and just
Right.
take a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
fuck,
true.
Scrap that. I'm not giving away my
dog
awesome
tag.
Cryptozoic Man dog tag.
Yeah.
All right, is that it?
Nope. It says, please note that this is the step where the coupon code is used. The code will not work for home try-ons.
What does that mean?
Contribute to a charitable cause. Buy a pair, give a pair for every pair of glasses sold. Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need.
Yeah, we covered that.
Yeah, I think we.
Oh, if you want to get home try-ons, you're not going to be able to get that code in there, which is, I guess, the 5 pair to try on and then send 4 back.
Yeah, it
You
says
know what
the
I've
code
noticed
will
about
not
our
work.
audience? we have a lot of like sexy female listeners, and they have that like geek girl chic with the glasses and shit like that. So I'm sure some of them out there will help.
Somebody
us out.
out there must need
Yeah.
eyeglasses, or is thinking about getting eyeglasses.
or sunglasses or whatever. So come on, support Warby.
Yeah.
They're fucking giving away glasses to people who need them. You know.
Sure, and they're obviously cool enough to fucking, you know,
To go at a rebel
yeah.
podcast
That's
like
right.
this.
That's right.
Yeah, well, they're founded with a rebellious spirit. I mean, so they have to fucking enjoy this read, right? Because,
You don't get much more rebellious than this.
yeah.
Right?
It is funny that they singled out the iPhone, though. They're like, glasses should not cost as much as an iPhone.
All right, it's warbyparker.com.
I think that's it. WarbyParker.com.
This is my favorite commercial we've ever done.
Use the offer code.
It's probably the only one we ever do at Warby.
That's all right. I'm satisfied.
Use the offer code TESD. Come on, people, get over there and buy some glasses. Sweet.
Why is that there?
Having us on?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite pictures.
Yeah?
Yeah, Monster Bill gave that to me.
It's awesome. I love
Yeah,
that movie.
Monster.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay, people. I just read that Warby Parker only signed up for one spot, so this is like a trial to see like how we do. So let's order some Warby Parker glasses. So
Maybe
that
for
we
your
can,
parents,
yeah,
you
sure.
know, for grandparents for Christmas.
Yeah, they're pretty inexpensive. Got some sunglasses.
And, you know, I mean, and you're helping out poor, needy people who can't see. And
I'm
us.
gonna go on and say this, that Warby Parker is the official sunglasses or glasses of the Four Color Demons.
Ooh, that's a good one.
There you go.
That is
So there you go. So jump, you know.
that's important.
Yep. Jump on board early. Get your monocles.
Yeah.
No, only the Four Color Demons have to have a monocle.
And that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We must be doing well. I'm unaccustomed to this. Hulu Plus keeps advertising with us, so you know what? Should we take the credit or should we give credit over to the listeners who are obviously signing up?
Oh, let's give it to the listeners.
All right, you got it, listeners. It's all because of you. Really, it is. HuluPlus.com/TESD. And it's only $7.99 a month, Q. That is not that much.
That's nothing, man.
That's hardly anything. And you can watch it on all sorts of different devices. Apple TV.
Well, I have Hulu Plus. I was
Tablets.
actually a customer of it before we started advertising,
Oh, yeah?
and it's great. I watch
Xbox,
it.
PS3.
Every TV in my house, whether it's just a DVD player, has Hulu Plus on it. Some TVs now come with Hulu Plus installed on it.
Yeah, I have a Blu-ray player, and it.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the actual televisions have it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's everywhere, man.
You can't get away from it. Why would
Why
you
would
want
you want
to,
to?
though?
Right, exactly. It's fucking
Come
Hulu
on.
Plus.
That's just silly.
What do you think about that, Walt? You want to weigh in on this one?
Yeah, he lost his
He
steam,
checked
man.
out that
That fucking
Warby Parker took
took all the steam out of me. Hulu Plus. This is television on your computer, right?
Yeah,
This is
or
television on demand.
your devices. That's right.
Yeah. You tell your fucking tablet I want to watch TV, and it listens to you.
That's right.
Do you watch a lot of television on your tablet, or is you still strictly a TV man?
A little bit.
You're
Mostly
a 20th
TV,
century
though.
man, right?
Mostly TV.
You're not 21st century, right? Come on, man, what the fuck?
I
What
know.
the fuck, son?
He's
Jeff?
over, he was over here messing
Are
around
we
with his
boring you,
fucking-
buddy? What's
Reading
going
fucking
on?
New Jersey Devils news.
Well, that's all right.
What's wrong with that?
We're talking about Hulu. You can't
Okay,
get.
I can get Hulu on this phone. Sure, I could.
All right.
Oh, there you go.
Sign
I
up
watched
right now.
Hulu before.
What's the code Sonny Jeff would have to use to sign up to Hulu?
You're going to want to go to huluplus.com/TESD.
And you're gonna get it for free.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Can't complain about free.
Yeah, you get it for...
I mean, you can, but you'd be an asshole.
Yeah, you get it for a couple weeks for free. And if you like it, which you definitely are going to, it's only $7.99 a month. I mean, for Christ's sakes. I mean, it's practically free.
It's unbelievable.
You watch it whenever you want, and then you rip through seasons,
Unlimited movies.
you know. Unlimited movies, unlimited TV shows, all kinds of stuff.
How do they make money?
Yeah, I don't understand. That is
Because
cheap.
don't they have to give all the people, all the shows, the money? Like, I wonder how much goes at
Sponsors.
$7.99 a
Like us.
month. How much of that does Hulu get to keep?
I don't know. But I know they have ads in there. Like they have
They're
like
probably
commercials
really. I
and
mean,
stuff.
I bet you they're just like barely keeping the doors open.
Hulu Plus?
Yeah,
I mean, and
I imagine that it's a struggle. So much competition out there. I bet you, Mr. Hulu has had to take a major pay cut.
Yeah.
You know, to keep this service going for all you good folks out there.
Right.
He's like wearing a fucking barrel. Like,
And a monocle from WarbyParker.com. He doesn't want to look like an idiot.
Chumley.
he's like, I lost my clothes, but I still got my monocle. I mean, you got a fucking ton of shit to watch. You could just sit here, go on.
And that's all commercial free.
No, I think there's commercials in the beginning.
Well, that's got to be convoluted, man. All the
What's the
payout,
next-
all the hands out for that commercials.
What's the difference
Everybody's
between
got
Hulu
their
and
hands
Hulu
up.
Plus, though?
Hulu's free, but it's a much more limited in terms of the content. And Hulu Plus, I think it's like the next day the show's on. It has entire seasons.
Movies that would come out on DVD. They're like
Yeah.
on a Tuesday.
Or
They would
DVD?
they would have it on the following day or the same day that they come out.
I believe so. I don't
Will
know.
we
You're
ever
gonna have to
see
go
a
to
time
HuluPlus.com
where
and check it
movies
out.
will be available on your device the same day they're available in theaters? That's coming down the pike, right?
I think so.
You kind of see that now with
my God.
on demand.
Guess how much money Hulu made in 2012?
Smart guy.
Not enough.
$1
You
trillion.
$695 million.
He ain't wearing no barrel.
Profits.
Profits?
Profits.
Whoa.
We ain't getting paid enough, Q.
You're right.
Yeah. A lot of that's due to us, man.
Yeah, they're in the black because of Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Oh, hold on. Now we're getting to the bottom of this. You ready? Hulu is a joint venture of NBC, Fox, 21st Century Fox, Disney, ABC, and Newport.
The hell is
So-
that?
I want to
They're all-
renegotiate with Mr. Hulu. Get him on the phone.
Yeah. We got to call this guy and fucking.
Give me my monocle.
This is this kind of profits, and we're getting
I know. We're
$10 a read.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Why the fuck does he's a 1%er motherfucker?
We're going on strike.
Yeah.
But while we're on strike, we'll be watching
Oh,
Hulu.
well, of course, it's Hulu.
Yeah. Okay, so that's really
True TV's
all.
on it.
What's that?
True TV's on it.
Of course it is. It's got all the best stuff.
I feel like
man.
I've made it.
And you can watch like I said, you can just watch that entire season.
Yeah.
You
That's what
it on
people
your,
love
you
to
got
do.
it on your phone, right, Q?
Yeah.
I'm sure you walk into a bar, the first thing you do is pull up your Hulu and put your show on
Yeah,
there
and
so
I
you
just
can press
leave
all
it,
the-
I
you
leave it on the bar. I'm like, oh, that was running?
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, gosh, that's embarrassing, isn't it?
How do you feel about sodomy?
Oh, how'd that get on there?
Same bar, same fucking. Sunday Jeff, so you think you can dance is on Hulu Plus? Come on, you must watch that.
I would cut off my left foot to see a season of So You Think You Could Dance with Sunday Jeff as a contestant, or Dancing with the Stars.
Dance with the Stars with Sunday
with
Jeff.
Sunday Jeff.
Yes.
How fucking great would that be?
As how many people are in America?
Like say 300 and some million.
How many? That's it.
300, yeah.
Yeah.
Something
So
like
as
that.
299, 900,999 people go, who the fuck is Sunday Jeff?
He's the only one not questioning who it is.
It would be great though. Wouldn't it? Like you do a tap routine, like a glittery vest and shit like that. I would love it.
They give him the bad boy outfit 1 week.
What's the bad boy outfit? Oh,
Bad
he's
boy outfit.
Like a greaser type.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be
One of
awesome.
those vests with the four-colored horsemen.
Yeah, no, demons on horsemen.
The Four Color Demons.
And a monocle.
There you go. Monocle by Warby Davis. You know, they do like the wardrobe provided by.
Warby Davis.
Yeah, we're sponsored by the end of this week.
Everybody's like, I don't know. This website doesn't work. I don't know what the fuck.
Warby Parker just had to go out and buy that. Just had to go out and buy Warby Davis right now. Or get him. He's going to sell it to Warby Parker for $100,000 as we just made $10.
Warby Parker's like, I give glasses to the poor. I try to live my life the right way. And overnight, I'm fucked.
Holy shit! That's
Make a show just with these commercials.
So that's 2 weeks for free. That's $7.99 a month after. That's fucking tons of shit to watch.
Sure,
That's
sure.
huluplus.com/TESD. Go sign up. If you like it, you like it. If you keep it up. If you don't like it, you cancel.
right.
It's that simple, man.
That's it.
Go give it a try. Check it out. And you're fucking done.
Tell him TESD sent you.
That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Let him know that the reason you're there is because of TESD.
Yeah, we sent you.
Yeah, that'll help you,
You
out.
came for TSD. You stayed for the Hulu selection.
Right.
Even if you don't stay,
Just tell him you did.
just tell him you did.
Personally, on the phone is like, what does this information mean to me? Just, do you want to order? We're just getting harassing phone calls.
Silence. The guy's like, I don't know.
Weird pauses, fucking stilted
It's
staccato
fucked up.
fucking delivery.
It's crazy. The commercials were fucking more light and funny than the entire episode.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's the only thing that saves it. Actually,
Real quick, but and so you're going to announce next week. Then we're back from a commercial right now.
Yes.
But next week you will announce.
Well, next week I won't be here because I'll be on
That's right.
vacation.
Okay, so 2 weeks.
2 weeks from now,
You're going to announce.
we're gonna have an official.
unveiling,
Unveiling.
and who the artist who drew it.
As long as everything goes well. Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
and where people can buy the merch.
Well, I don't want to get that far ahead of us.
okay.
Step one, baby steps.
All right,
baby
all
steps,
right.
everyone. That'd be great.
Maybe the Four Color Demons, but it's still Tell 'em Steve Dave, and that fucking that ship fucking turns and goes at a very slow pace.
Yeah, the wheels grind slowly here at Tell Steve Dave.
we were.
I will say that one more thing.
Go ahead.
Our merchandise, our official merch at what is it? Distro, Blue Collar Distro. They have been saying that we have the most loyal fan base. They said every email they get, questions about it or anything, nobody could send an email without being like, I love the show. I can't wait to get this. I'm super excited about the shirts. And I've been getting a lot of nice comments about the Tell 'em Steve Dave shirts. So,
All right.
maybe that was a backdoor commercial. So those t-shirts are still available at our merchandise table. I'll get the website up. I think Ming made a redirect. But anyway, what do you got there?
Okay, I'll tell you about that in a second. Yeah, actually, I was telling you earlier. Now that like the show ends, the TV show ends, I don't want to just go into like doing nothing. We're gonna finish the comic, but that's I got a list of stuff to show you guys because I want to start building our merchandise site so people can get stuff that they want. There was like some guy came and to the show, the Baltimore show, and he had made Cryptozoic Man like dog tags and stuff, which I'm sure we would probably not be allowed to make. But just like little things that were like would be inexpensive and cool.
Yeah, not shit and crap, right?
No, I mean I would not want to like even actually like
I thought the dog tags were a little chintzy looking.
Yeah.
the dog tags were
They
chintzy
don't strike
looking,
me as
but
good.
the dog tags are definitely chintzy looking, but it was like what could be.
Yeah, what I think we could make Tell 'em Steve Dave army tags.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
dope.
right.
Four
Now
colored
you're
That'd be
demons.
dope, right?
Yeah.
That'd be dope looking.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't want to put out shit just for the
No,
sake
but
of
that's
like,
we're not about that.
No, well, they even had like he made iPhone covers, Cryptozoic Man
Oh,
iPhone
wow.
cover. Yeah, I didn't like it though. Again, it was like it made the buttons were harder to access and shit.
Okay.
So it's like,
But it was
fuck
cool.
it.
It felt like we arrived. People were bootlegging our shit.
Nice. Excellent. When's the first issue come out?
October
October.
9th, I think.
October 9th.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks real good.
Oh yeah, I read the first issue. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's great.
the Baltimore exclusive edition, which we have some. We don't know what we're going to do with them yet.
We got plans for them.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Always got plans.
Got plans for them.
This happened a while ago, and I was.
Yeah, what I'm looking at, what Brian has is a ripped to newspaper article.
Yeah, normally I don't do this.
Yeah, this has captured your fascination.
This
for
thing?
some
What's
reason.
going
Yeah.
on?
It happened. Let's see. There's a date on here. September 6th. This was a little bit ago. It was in Queens. This guy had the toy helicopter, like an radio controlled car, except it's a helicopter. Awesome. And it fucking, I guess this kid was really into it. He's like a kid. He's 19, and it scalped him.
What?
At the whole top of his head.
Plastic blades?
Not that one.
Not this
real
one.
deal there.
This seems to be the kind of. Did you ever do this? This seems to be the kind of thing that you would be into.
Not with helicopters. I've had planes and I've had cars. I never had helicopters. Helicopters are hard to fly.
We got some free RC helicopters from the Pod Wars, remember? Sunday Jeff, remember? Didn't you fly your little helicopter? That almost scalped me when you were.
You do a good job.
I mean, it weighed less than an ounce.
Yeah, they're really cool. Like I've never.
It could do the ones that we were saying could do no damage whatsoever.
Because usually the ones that I've seen, they're even like a plastic circle.
Yeah,
these are like that. I mean, these had regular blades.
This had to have been a miniature, almost a miniature.
This is like a starter,
like a shrunken down fucking helicopter.
You know what? One of the bits that I wrote from Practical Jokers that True shot down was because remember in the first season we had a bit where we had a remote control car.
Yeah,
but like we were holding a remote that didn't actually work, but we had to claim credit.
It kept hitting someone in the
right.
front.
I wanted to redo that again with one of those remote, and we got it to a certain stage, and then insurance was like, "You can't do that. You'll hurt someone."
Really?
Yeah. So maybe they were right, I guess.
Well, it says that I guess he was doing some sort of acrobatics, aerobatics, whatever the fuck they call it.
He was controlling it?
Yeah. And
so he's like insane.
Yeah, I mean, it says he was super into it. The thing cost $1,000. This one.
Yeah, some of them. They're like this.
Do they have the model on there?
Nah, it just says that it was
I'll look it up.
Featured on YouTube. But I mean, he was a member of the Rotary Wings Club, whose members regularly fly remote control planes at the park. So he's flying this thing around, and he fucks up, and it comes too close, and it cuts off the top of his head, and he dies.
He died?
He died.
Yeah.
It broke his skull.
It cut off like here, like the whole top of his skull got cut off because the blades are so strong, I guess, and they're going so fast that it practically, like, it decapitated, didn't, not at the neck, but, like forehead up, cut him, killed him. How many people a year die like that, do you think?
Do you have that statistic?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, I'm just like
one.
Wow.
Yeah, it has to be one, right?
One,
like he's the only one. But there was a follow-up article that I thought I had it, but I didn't. Where oh no, I'm sorry. Here it is. It's actually in this one. It also happened in Gravesend, Brooklyn, where there's like a ton of mobsters. So I was like, I wonder if this was bullshit. Like somebody actually just killed him. A city councilman put a moratorium on flying them until an investigation into the cause of death is completed. And they're now, because this guy died, and I guess up until now you're allowed to fly these things around in parks. Yeah. Now they're going to ban them because one guy dies. So I'm like, what's your opinion on that? One guy dies.
What they should have banned.
God knows how many years.
They should. I mean, I don't have a problem with them saying, like, look, fucking the blades have got to be. You got to remove.
It could be like Sunday Jeffs.
To take away the chance. You got to remove the ability to chop off a fucking skull.
Right.
That's all right. Like, it's a public space. I get that. Like, if my kid died because some asshole was flying a toy around and it crashed into him and chopped his skull off, I'd be upset.
Yeah.
But to take away it, that's typical overreaction.
Yeah, one person since the inception of little helicopters.
Right. Yeah. They have that near my house. There's an airplane field where they fly that shit. Like you were saying,
well, they're real jets. They got regular,
surrounded by elephant grass, like that tall,
right?
And they lose their planes in there, and they're never to be seen again. Every few years, a big fire comes and clears all that grass out, and we'll go down there and walk, and you'll see all these fucking. It looks like a
World War II.
Yeah, it's like all these, and they're all burnt from the fire and shit. But it's like it's still cool to see them. There'll usually be like 6 or 7 of them in the trees. It's cool.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
My friend broke his ankle from a gas car. From road control gas car. Yeah, they go fast, man. 65, 70 miles an hour.
Ban them too.
Ban it all.
What do you think? You don't agree?
Why did this story just resonate with you so bad?
They're just so odd, though. I mean,
you couldn't stop talking about it.
Because it was just so
Now, obviously, I had to get
is this
away from
something
him
you
or
want to
whatever.
do?
And it just
No, not at all.
Is this something you fear may happen to you? I mean, is
I didn't want to leave the house.
goes to the park with a helmet on.
I think a lot about like the randomness of things like this. Like years ago, I had a cat, and my brother Darren. It's not his fault because the cat used to go out all the time, but lets the cat out. The cat got hit by a car and killed. And I'm just like I'm thinking later. I'm like, what if like everything that happened that day led up until that exact moment when he let that cat out? You know what I mean? Like, had something gone a little differently, had somebody called him and he was on the phone, had he gotten held up somewhere and he didn't get to the house until later on, like the cat would have lived.
Right.
And like I think about that shit a lot. I was talking to Troy about it not too long ago about just like how
Well, I think about how like crime victims, like people who like lose family members to like even accidents, like auto accidents, or like they're missing, like those little things. Like if I did this differently, if there was traffic here, and I would have, things would have altered. So, yeah, I mean, you can drive yourself crazy doing that, though.
yeah.
I feel really bad for this kid.
Yeah, it sucks, right? It's like it's something you really like.
This is an unreal episode to come off of 2 fucking absence. Wow. I mean,
I know.
This is the one that fucking-
We all got our vaginas
this-
out this today.
this is the one you sit at the bathtub and fucking and wonder if you should fucking open them up.
Well, we told them about the bonus pod. I mean, what more?
Yeah,
what more
yeah.
can
If
they
you're
want?
feeling blue right now, that's the one that's gonna fucking make a difference in your life.
And when are they getting it?
When is that
They get
available?
it when it comes out, when
It's
October
going,
9th?
the first issue ships. You're going to get a little code that's going to enable you to download the Cryptozoic Man bonus pod. Like I said, faces for a blast from the past, faces that we haven't heard from in years are going to be on that pod.
Some voices that are really good. Like you've heard the names, but you haven't. Yeah, you may not even have heard the voices.
Wow.
So yeah, it's gonna be it's an event pod. We don't haven't had an
extravaganza.
event pod since Pod Wars.
Right.
This is the one to get.
3 weeks ago.
So call me 732-758-0508 or call Mark.
Yeah, he'll be happy to hear from you.
There ain't got anything else?
I don't know. I felt like there was something else, but now
No
I
fat
can't
news
remember
this
what
week,
it is.
huh? You know,
I mean, it'll take me 2 seconds to find a little fat news if that's what we're looking for. Yeah. I don't
What's
think
your
so.
itinerary like in Key West? What's the first thing you're doing?
the Hemingway house. I like to go check that out. Scott's.
Ernest Hemingway?
Yeah,
Yeah.
his
You
house.
dig that? You dig that?
I dig.
You're a fan?
I'm a fan.
Yeah, he wrote horror stories?
No, he wrote just like war stories, or just he wrote Old
What's
Man
his
in the
most
Sea.
famous stories?
Old Man in the
Old Man in
Sea.
the Sea.
Farewell, all
Farewell to Arms
yeah.
for Whom the Bell Tolls.
classics.
Bell Tolls, that sounds like a horror story.
Classics. It's not. He didn't really write horror. It
Didn't
wasn't
he
like
write- Didn't he
Lovecraft.
like the fucking, like a hand in a box or something that
No,
comes to
nothing
life?
like that. His was all more like real life shit.
Sounds boring.
I'll pass that if I'm ever down there.
Doesn't sound like no Cryptozoic man, right, Brian?
Oh, it's definitely no Cryptozoic,
not at all.
man.
I bet you never got a bonus pod buying that shit.
All right, well, tell me something else that's got to be more exciting to go to. First thing you're doing is going to some old writer's house.
Yeah. Well, he is. Yeah, I like it down there. I quite like it. I'm gonna. It's straight out relaxation. It's.
And solo.
Well, I'm not saying I'm going solo. I'm just.
you got a female companionship or male
Sure,
companionship?
I wouldn't go down there alone. No, not a male.
If it was
So that
male, I would be pissed.
Yeah. If it was male, it'd be you. Yeah, I'm just going down there to relax in all its
Max
forms.
and relax.
Yeah.
Any gambling?
Not down there, no.
Not gambling?
It's
Drinking?
not that type
Drinking?
of drink. Sure, plenty
Sodomy?
of drinking. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Let's hope there's some sodomy.
You have to hope.
Yeah.
At this stage in your life, you hope.
Oh, would
it's
you
not
say
guaran-
sodomy?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not guaranteed.
Well, I don't like
You're
taking
taking
anything-
somebody to fucking Key West?
I don't want to take
You're picking
anything
up
for
the tab?
granted.
That's a
bro.
given.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you, Q?
What's that?
Going back to the depressing aspects of the show.
Sure, let's bring it back.
Come on.
9/11, right?
Sure, all right. This is something we didn't cover.
Everyone has remembrances of the day.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those like a JFK thing, like you know where you were when you
Pretty
heard
vividly,
what
I
happened.
remember the day, right?
Right. So now we lived, 12 years later now? 12 years later, we live in a world where, you can share those remembrances very easily on Facebook, Twitter, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
Do you think you need to share remembrances if you weren't really directly affected or they're insignificant?
Oh God, the Grief Hawks are coming out again.
I noticed on 9/11 the Grief Hawks were circling and shit like let's say that you were downtown when it happened and you helped somebody fucking passed out from being so you helped them. It's like you have a real story,
Right.
Versus
I was in Ohio.
I was in Ohio and I overslept and didn't go to work and then I woke up. Like something that's
Right.
like so insignificant. Do you feel that shit needs to be shared on Twitter or Facebook or whatever? Like
I
trying
don't
to
think
attach
so.
it to yourself somehow.
Yeah, people do that. Like real fucking people do that. Like the Grief Hawks, they come out and they just try and claim it for themselves in some way, shape, or form. And
I see that
really
a lot.
distasteful.
I see that a lot on Twitter.
Yeah.
I have heard that term before, the Grief Hawks.
Yeah.
But yes, like trying to somehow relate.
the moment of
back
silence on Twitter. I will not tweet for the next hour to fucking.
That was that was big to you, that one.
Yeah, because I was like, who gives a fuck? Like, why are you announcing it? Just get the fuck off.
Why do you and what does it do?
Nothing.
The Sunday Jeff, you're probably not familiar with this. It
calls attention to yourself.
I don't know if it's pronounced Newton or Newtown or whatever when that fucking idiot shot all those
Connecticut with
little
the kids?
kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
People, and it wasn't just one person; it was several
Several lots of people.
I'm not going. This Twitter account will go dark for the next hour in honor of the Newtown victims, which irritated Q to no end.
Yeah,
And
really
I had to share
yeah.
the sentiment because it's just like who cares?
I agree.
Who cares?
Why the fuck do you need to announce it? Like, why not let it go dark for a week?
A year.
Yeah.
Why go
Understand
dark
that
at all?
understand that life is that fucking short and precious and tenuous, and maybe don't go on Twitter at all anymore.
Right. It's that really. I mean, and that person I know took it personally.
Oh, real personally.
But
Do you remember that they also did that too with like to support support not passing a law about piracy that people are like this.
good, don't tell me about that. That fucking SOPA shit.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Remember that shit?
I
Like
fucking
that. We're not
remember.
even talking about like real fucking like a tragedy. We're talking about like I'm not going to tweet because I want people to be able to pirate other people's music and their movies. This is bullshit.
I do like the inflection of a tweet that you're giving it.
I want to be able to get all my entertainment for free, and I'm going to not tweet because of that.
Yeah,
I'm taking a stand.
And you're reading it, and you're like, "Am I reading this right? Like, am I reading this right? This person is fucking like writes this long fucking missive about how fucking annoyed they are that they can't steal. It's so fucking weird. It's so strange, man. It's like, and it's when you start to feel old because you're like this fucking generation, fucking morons. You know?
Yeah, I know. Like on like people like on 9/11, people even going on Twitter and asking me and the other guys because we spoke about it on set one day. They're like, "Where were you guys on 9/11? Could you tell us about your 9/11 experience?" And none of us said anything about it because it's just like it just seems so vastly, and maybe because we're so close to it. Being New Yorkers and, our particular experiences, I haven't lost friends and shit that day. But it just seems so vastly, like, why are you asking, like, television clowns, like, about 9/11? Like, what is, I don't get it. Like, I just don't get
Did
it.
they ask you? You're a television clown.
No, nobody asked me. I was upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, 9/11 has a lot to do with me. Nobody, nor did I offer. And like, I actually did participate in some stuff, but there was no part of me that felt the need to go on and like tweet it to people.
Right.
Did you see that fucking, it might have been Esquire, but I don't want to say it was some magazine. And there's that picture. It's called The Falling Man.
Yeah.
And it's like out of everyone who jumped out of the building, this guy was set apart from the rest by just, it
Well,
almost
the
seemed
pose and the
he was like, it almost like he was doing like a sailor dive where
Right.
he just like had just given himself to the fucking to gravity, rather than almost trying to like fight, you
Claw
know.
at the air and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And I guess they put that picture with an article that it wasn't supposed to accompany the article. They fucked up somehow. And the tweet to explain it, they were like, "Relax, people. It was a mistake." Blah blah blah. Like real, like
blank,
shitty.
yeah.
I was like, that's not the way to. I mean, people definitely overreact to shit where it's like somebody makes a mistake these days, and like you say, like everyone wants to fucking like get people fired.
Well, it was like
or-
Chris Lynn when they were like, "There's a chink in the armor," and they fired the guy.
Yeah.
because Chris Lynn was Chinese, and he said "chink in the armor," and he was like, "I didn't mean it like that."
Jeremy Lin, yeah.
Jeremy Lin. What did I say? Oh, Chris Lynn's the president of True TV. yeah, sorry.
Well, I mean, why can't you show? I mean, I understand why there's a feeling of not showing those pictures like that, but at what point will those pictures not have? What point will those pictures not make people not want to see them published? I mean, there's some pretty horrific pictures throughout history.
Sure.
You remember the girl running naked in
Oh,
Vietnam?
the Napalm Girl, yeah.
I mean, that's a horrible picture. But yet that one was seen around the world.
Or the one where the
Yeah.
soldiers shoot
Yeah.
that other
You,
Cambodian
ever,
guys.
you read the story about that?
I have. I don't know.
Like that, the general who had the gun to his head was reviled for the rest of his life, but he was actually the good guy in that picture.
Oh,
Like,
really?
What he was doing was saving, like, what he did in that moment saved lives. I don't remember the exact
Really?
story. Yeah, like where he was actually a hero, and just because of that one photo for the rest of his life, he was seen as a monster, which is pretty fucked up.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can find this falling man. article.
Yeah, wasn't there like the Fallen Man? Did they ever find out who that was? Like,
They did.
They
They
did?
did. They. I think it was some newspaper assigned a journalist. They were like, find out who this guy is, and turned out he was somebody from Queens.
Really?
Who I think he worked in Windows of the World, the restaurant.
I mean, I remember they when I went through the academy, they were playing this video, because at the time, I think the video's been made public since, but when I went through the academy, it was only 4 years after 9/11, and they were playing this video that they had taken inside the towers as it was going down, and it was like, you just, every once in a while, you just heard, bam, bam, and it was,
Those noise. Yeah, because they were hitting the
people in
aluminum.
street.
Yeah.
And they said, and the academy, and the job in the academy is to scare the shit out of you so you quit. That's what they're trying to do. And they were like, that's the sound of bodies hitting the ground and shit like that. And the first fireman that was killed in 9/11 was killed by a falling body. And a guy who taught me a bunch, actually, that I knew, was on the truck right behind them and like helped get him out and shit like that. It's hard. I mean, the stories are just, I'm getting goosebumps now, man. They're horrible. Like, it's just a fucking horrible day. So to fucking sit there and like try and claim it on Twitter is just like, just shut the fuck up.
It's
Just shut the
it's
fuck
like,
up.
Stop being so grotesque. It's
That's
not
a
about
perfect
you.
word for it. Grotesque. It's just like, nobody gives a shit about you and your fucking thoughts on it and your fucking Twitter account and what you have to fucking say. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, just shut up. Like, the people who are there and the people who have something real to say about it, if they want to say something about it, I'll listen. But it's
Let's go dark right now. Let's go
this
dark.
podcast will go
Let's
dark.
go dark right
You
now.
want to go home?
We've been going a long time.
I'll just tell you real quick. It was Esquire, and it was the picture of the falling man, and it accompanied the article. It's so fucked up. Making your morning commute more stylish, look good on your way to work. And the guys,
Wow.
I mean, that's a major,
Ooh.
How did it even get
fuck
published,
up.
though? I mean, doesn't somebody proofread and look
You
at
would
this
think
stuff
so,
before?
man. You would-
It's just like,
But it could be a computer error even, right?
but
Well, that's what
somebody's
they
got to
said.
check it before it goes to press.
But I think it's not even so much that, like, okay, it's a pretty fucking unfortunate mistake to make, but to then be like real shitty in your response
Yeah.
on Twitter to be like, relax, people, it was a mistake. It's like that's no way to approach it. And this is coming from a dickhead.
God. Wow, that's fucking crazy. That poor bastard.
Yeah. I mean, you can't even imagine the mindset of like the heat and the smoke are so intense that you're like,
I do.
is it? What else am I going to do?
I can't stay here.
That's not an option.
That
is not an option, man.
I mean, if anybody spends more than 10 seconds thinking about it, they will not go on Twitter and fucking.
Yeah. And that's why on 9/11, when like stop for a minute and think about those people. Think about the fucking making that decision to take basically commit suicide, force suicide. Think about their families. Think about their friends. Think about how much fucking shit changed for so many people that day, and fucking take your hands off the keyboard and shut the fuck up about what the fuck you were doing.
Or don't think about them and their families. Go see a fucking movie. Like, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's absolutely
like make a 9/11 joke. It doesn't matter. Just shut the fuck up. Like, just shut the fuck. I'm getting annoyed. I'm just getting riled up all over again. I can't stand them fucking grief hawks. I can't stand them.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason for it.
I almost just went on a fucking like. All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the last thing, Walt. This is super quick. I'm going to tell you people who fucking married their own cousins.
Really?
These are the first cousin.
This actually was. This was
the third cousin.
This was the third question.
The third question.
In Are You Hitler?
And I would have fucking.
Oh, okay.
Because I hooked up with a second or third cousin.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I never did that. I never.
Yeah, Hitler hooked up with his niece and
his niece,
and apparently it was such a. I mean, he has a history of leaving suicidal lovers. Like they killed themselves after being with him.
He was that good. They couldn't live without him.
I don't know if he was that good, but there's also a theory that he murdered her.
Oh, really?
The same gun that his niece shot herself with, he shot himself with in the bunker.
Where is that gun today?
Probably in the Soviet Union.
At Brian's house.
It goes up to Suzanne's head.
He passed the torch.
Spread them, Jew.
He still wears a crown.
Can't take it from him.
Jesse James, first cousin.
The cowboy?
The bad guy. H.G. Wells, first cousin.
Now these are people who hooked up or married?
Married.
Yeah,
married. And then there's a couple that are like Johann Sebastian Bach, second cousin, Thomas Jefferson, third cousin, Einstein, second cousin. But the one that really like is pretty gross, Edgar Allan Poe, when he was 20, it said he moved in with his aunt and uncle, right?
Uh-huh.
And they had a 7-year-old daughter who was his cousin. By the time she was 13, her mother and father had died, and he married her.
At 13?
At 13. So I can only imagine he was wooing her prior to that.
Didn't Jerry Lee Lewis do the same thing?
Jerry Lee Lewis, first cousin, married her when she was 13. They said it ruined his fucking career. Like he became...
It probably should.
Yeah, I'd say so. You know? Just so many people out there like, why hook up with a cousin?
Well, if your cousin's hot, I mean, that I understand.
Yours must have been hot, right?
She was fucking. She was really hot.
She was what?
Did
Second
she know
cousin?
Second
cousin.
Did they know you guys were cousins, or did she not know?
Oh, nobody knew. It was a secret. It was carried on in secret.
Wait, but she knew.
Oh, she knew. Yeah,
that this is my
it happened
cousin.
at a funeral.
I remember you telling me about this. Yeah.
How old?
14, 15.
Okay, so you're not have all your faculties.
Well, she was the same age.
Yeah, right. But you're still young. Your hormones are at the control of the wheel.
Probably 15, I'd say, because like.
And you never seen her before. You just the first time you met her.
First time.
And you don't care.
Who is the relative that died?
I don't even remember. So many.
He was too busy doing other things.
I mean, it was 22 years ago at this point.
And how involved did it get?
It was heavy petting,
Above clothes or under clothes?
Maybe under the clothes, up top, but definitely above the clothes down below.
And how does that happen? How does it like, hi, I'm Brian.
Well,
I'm your cousin.
I got to the funeral home.
Call me Hitler.
It was in Brooklyn. And I just saw her, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, she's fucking hot. And then
Calm down, Brian. That's your cousin.
but she was so beautiful that like
But Pop.
people were talking about how beautiful she is. Like, oh my God, it's like she's not a lecherous. You know, families like, oh my God, she grew up into you know. But I was like, oh my God, like she is so. You know, I started working the old
BQ charm.
the old BQ charm.
I
And,
mean, you couldn't have been that close to the deceased, right? Because what kind of fucking demented animal would fucking try to bang somebody like some cousin, you know, in a moment of grief?
well, I had phone sex at my grandmother's at the part. You know, afterwards you go to the house afterwards. Yeah. With someone that you know.
I think I probably know.
Yeah, I think but sure. So after the funeral, I went back to the house to you know, have the wake. I guess the wake takes place or whatever it is, the dinner afterwards, and you know, we just kept talking, and it just one thing led to another.
Man.
Heavy petting occurred.
Well, you're celebrating life.
Yes, we're still alive.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder the way she is. I do, and she was so beautiful as I remember that I'm like. Even to this day, I'll still be like, I wonder what she looks like now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Sunday Jeff ever fuck a cousin at a funeral?
Tell him, Steve, Dave.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.